Finding those levels, too. Look at that four-punch combination.
It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing. A masterclass. And Shakur meeting them with straight left hand.
Oh, and there's a knockdown scored with the left hand.
Right now, we're going to give him his just due. Shout out to my brother, Just Due.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Just Do shine, busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Just Do boxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Just Do. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
The truth will tell on your ass what you doing or what you're not doing every single time. You can lie, you can bullshit and all that, but when that bell rings, if you ain't put that work in, it's gonna show, bro. It's gonna show. Not to mention y'all in a sport that can cost you your life. Literally, you can die in this shit. So if that's the case, man, if you're gonna do this, don't bullshit with it. If you don't really want it, say to yourself, keep it real with yourself. I really don't want this shit. I can't put the work in that it requires. Walk away. Ain't nobody mad at you. Go out there, you're young enough, you go get educated, get a skill, do something, man. But don't play with this, man. You can get killed in this shit, man.
Was good. Shout out to the family. How y'all feeling, man, on this good Wednesday, man? Happy New Year Eve, man, to the fam, man. What better way to kick off the new year with a good old boxing bill where we get boxing is Just Do how we always do, how only we do, man. What's good with the fam? How y'all feeling today, man? We gonna build on this boxing for a bit. Y'all know how we do. Was good with it. My guy Take D's in the building. Was good, family. How you been, my guy? Chris was good, fam. Mike Kirkland in the building. How you feeling, bro? JP is in the building. What's good, my guy? How y'all feeling? I don't know what side y'all on. Either your vertical, double tap the screen. Your horizontal, hit that like button. Sub to the channel, man. Turn that bell icon on. We gonna get to this boxing conversation, man. I've been seeing some more talk with this Boots and Vergil fight. And for some reason, man, for those that was here when we was talking about this, Remember, I was saying it, and I was laughing a whole bunch about it. Shout out to Reef. Was good with it. Show me why I stay in my Tell me about it, Reef. Band up. What it do, homie? How you feeling? Been a little minute. How you been, my guy? Shout out to the fan. Appreciate y'all always pulling up and rocking out. Support the grind, Cash App, Super Chat, but we gonna get to this. So, man, y'all remember the conversation before Boots fought at all at 154. Y'all remember, right? Remember how they was on his case? Oh, man, you know, why he ain't just go right to Vergil? Why he ain't fight Vergil right out the gate? You know, he turning down fights, man. He wanted tune-ups, tune-up Boots. He wanted 2 tune-ups. This, and that, right? His whole whole career has been tune-ups. Why he need more tune-ups? Remember all that talk? Remember, y'all? Remember? I thought he was the phenom. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was the next coming of Roy Jones, right? Remember all that stuff? Shout out to my dog Emmanuel, man. Happy New Year Eve to the fan, man. We're going to bring it in with a good boxing conversation like we always do. But y'all remember them talking points, y'all? Remember? He don't want to fight nobody. He want tune-ups. He need tune-ups. He can't just go right to Vergil and fight him. All that garbage, right? Vergil was, you know, had his chest poked out a little bit because, you know, in his mind, he done said yeah to the fight, and Boots is saying tune-ups, right? And that was the talk, that was the energy. The chest was poked out. I want to be clear about this, and I respect both parties and both teams and all of that, man. But I just got to be real with what I'm seeing. So you remember that point in time, chest poked out a little bit. And, he even did some interviews where he was like, man, I'm the one that said, yeah, I said yeah twice. And, you know, he the one turned it down. And he did, you know, all that garbage, all that nonsense. And notice, I just want to keep in mind, because context is very important. This is all before he had one fight at 54. This is before he fought, you know, Usman Lima, right? This is right before that. He was talking like that. And I was laughing because I was telling y'all, it's funny how he talking right now. You hear this stuff. I'm like, all of this is going to change the minute he get to 54 and make the next and one mixtape on somebody. I know y'all remember me saying this. I was like, it's all cool now, and it looked good. It looked like they got the public on their side just a bit, right? Look like they making it look like, you know, oh, it's Boots. Boots don't want to fight, right? It's Boots turning it down. Oscar, you know, Boots, not Boots, Vergil's dad, you know what I mean? Oh, we already said yes to the fight. We're not gonna wait around. You know, he didn't want to fight. They was talking a different way, right? Al Booger, what it do, man? Happy New Year to my guy, man. Shout out to the real ones in the chat, man. Never thought Vergil team won the Boots. Time caught them. Hey, look, hey, Mike. Walls closing in like a mug, man. So, you know, that was the talk. That was the energy, right? Boots don't want this. He missed the tune-up, right? They was calling him Jaron Tune-Up Ennis. I remember this. He tune-ups Ennis, all this shit. They was talking crazy, right? And I said it. I was very adamant. I was very loud. I was laughing because I was like, all it's going to take for the energy to shift and change, watch. He going to get one fight in at 154. And remember, they were going in on the opponent. We don't know him. Why he fought that guy, X, Y, and Z. But never mind that. Never mind that. Because at the end of the day, once he beat that dude up and made a short and one mixtape, he made a little demo. It was a little demo. You know what I'm saying? It was something like, it's like a little intro or something to a song, right? His little demo, right? You know what I mean? He made short work of him, got him up out of there super fast, you know, 2 rounds, and he was done, I believe, right? Got him up out of there. Dude ain't stand a chance in there with Boots. And he showed it, right? Beat the hell out of this kid. And then the energy went straight from that to, okay, I'm here now. I don't need no other fights, no tune-ups. Vergil Ortiz, what's up? Remember, y'all, the energy switched immediately. So then you see Vergil, he goes out there and he fights, you know, Erickson Lubin. Gets rid of Erickson Lubin very early. Spectacular fashion. Kudos, man. He did his job. He beat him more convincingly than I definitely thought. He knocked him out a lot earlier than I thought. You know what I'm saying? And got his work done. But Boots got right in the ring And they had this face off. And I told y'all from that point on, it's going to show y'all who really want this fight, like who really like it, are all systems go. And I'm talking about as a collective, because I do believe when these fights come together and when they're made, when they're agreed upon, I think all parties involved that matter got to be on the same accord. And we know for sure because we follow it, right? Boots don't do it too much. He don't do no clout chasing. Don't do too much talking and all of that. But the only name that he's been talking about is Vergil Ortiz. He's made it very clear that, yo, I want to fight Vergil Ortiz. This is the fight. I don't need no other fights. I don't need no warm-ups, no tune-ups. I got that out the way. What's good? And I said this. This is why I was laughing. Boxing Dad, what it do, family? He was doing all this trashing them Boots' name, and he don't want to fight nobody. Told y'all, once that next and one mixtape come out, all that energy going to go out the window. And they're going to start talking different. And now you've seen it. They went from, oh, man, we said yes and this and that, and we'll fight them. And we just waiting on him. And they side got to say yes till, we not waiting on them. They don't control when we fight. They can't tell us what to do and all this different stuff, right? Now you hearing the back and forth. And what I'm saying, pay attention to something. I don't want to blame no side, but I'm just laying it out there. In no other fight that Vergil has gone to put together has been this much like back and forth, this much like it's like a pissing contest, almost like the back and forth, and it's getting to the point where it looked like Dazn is stepping in, and that's why that's in the title. Dazn look like they possibly forcing hands. They looking like maybe the networks is getting tired of back and forth. Like, yo, this is the fight. Y'all been going back and forth. Y'all been telling people, yo, this is the fight you're going to give them. Like, what's up? You know what I mean? I got to pull up the quote in the post, you know what I'm saying, from Vergil's manager. Like, this is very telling. And I told you, never seen like this much, I don't know, hesitation or just like, drawn out process, right? When it comes to making Vergil fights. It's 1, 2, 3. It don't be taking no, you get what I'm saying? A long, drawn-out process to get these fights together. Think about it. You know what I'm saying? Him and Erickson Lubin got put together just like that. Lubin told Ja as soon as they called that they had their business in order. That's why he went from Bakram to Vergil, right? So you know it don't take nothing to make those fights. That's a prime example of it. So what I'm saying is I don't want to blame Vergil and say he's scared to fight anybody because I don't believe that's the truth. But I said this, man, as a collective, Boots Ennis, Team Ennis look like they on all systems go, from Bozy to the fighter to Eddie Hearn. Like, nobody's saying nothing else. Nobody's talking about no other fighter for real. They're talking about Vergil Ortiz. And it seems to me that is Team Ortiz. And I'll say Team Ortiz because it ain't necessarily Vergil, but, it's them talking about how they got other options and, they don't got to fight him. Get what I'm saying? They're not entertaining the circus. It better be X amount of dollars, and they start making these public demands. And I'm telling y'all from history, from me following the sport, usually when a team is moving that way and making a lot of announcements or statements in the public and start demanding stuff, sometimes that leads to oftentimes, more times than not, that leads to a fight not happening. You get what I'm saying? Because we all know that's not the way you go about it. So they went from kind of, calling this guy out or being so willing to fight him and having the chest poked out to, the energy shifted now that he done got the fight out the way and gave him the face off. Like, think about it. It's so funny. And I mean, it's just my opinion on how I see it. I don't think nobody is scared. I want to make that clear. But it's so funny how fast the energy shifted. It's like unbelievable. It went from a face-off to, if I had to pick, my dream fight, Errol Spence. Like, I'm not knocking him for that. I'm not knocking him. Get your coin, grow your resume. If you can get a name like Errol Spence on your resume, hey, I mean, cool. I understand it. But that's how fast the energy shifted, y'all. It went from the face-off and face-to-face, right, in the ring, with Boots pointing to his watch like, yo, it's that time. But Vergil was like, yo, you know what I mean? You ready this time? Like, Vergil was making it, sound like, bro, what you You gonna say, yeah, this time? And Boots like, look, the time is now. Like, what's up? And now you fast forward to today, and it's getting so bad. Like I said, this is the second time I've heard something about the networks or the execs pressing the issue or supposedly pressing the issue about this fight. As y'all see with this statement up here, and this was by Vergil's manager. You know what I'm saying? By the way, let me take this off real quick. See what I'm saying? His manager, Rick, man. So he said, based on public comments by network executives at the Zone meeting with our promoter and the tone of it, I think the network is attempting to impose and force both the fighter and promoter to do what they say, and that's it. Yo, it don't get no clearer than that, y'all. It really don't. It don't get no clearer than that. I don't know what else you need to see. You know what I mean? I don't know what else need to happen, but it's nothing stopping this fight. Literally, like that. When the networks are on board, that's literally it start putting the focus right to the fighters and both teams of the fighters, and then you start to listen and break down what message is each team sending. And like I said, for me, ever since Boots knocked out Lima, it's been all Vergil Ortiz. I ain't hearing them really talking about nobody else. Their team, they're on board. Team Vergil Ortiz, Eddie Hearn, the networks, the Zone. Like, you got people like this is not even a good look for boxing in it to a degree, and for whichever fighter is truly dragging their ass. And like I said, if I just had to take a pick, I would say it's Team Ortiz, because they've been giving inconsistent, messages and energy since he got the fight out the way, right? He goes out there and he beats up Lima, and then all of a sudden it's like they don't tell us when to fight. We got other options. My dream fight is Errol Spence. It's like, bro, what the hell? Like, we get it, bro, but damn, like this is why I was laughing. Y'all told y'all they were gonna switch the energy up. Now I'm saying that now is I think we should fight another time. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, now they giving me that energy, bro. Y'all, man, they giving me the energy, y'all.
Yo, I think we should plan this another time.
This nigga's scared.
Ain't nobody scared, man. I just told you I had a DJ Saturday night.
Fuck that shit.
Yo, I think we should plan this another time.
This nigga's scared.
Ain't nobody scared, man. I just told you I had a DJ Saturday night.
Fuck that shit.
It's giving me them vibes, y'all. It's giving me the juice vibes. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? And Vergil don't DJ, but he played the guitar. You know what I'm saying? Vergil like, man, I got a gig, man. I got a guitar gig, man. I got something else going on. Cal Cooley, bless his family. How you feeling? And Pride, what it do, my guy? How you feeling? What's good with it? Blessings, family. Man, so that's what it's giving me them vibes, man. You got execs out here putting their foot down like, look, man, it's time for people to do what they said they're going to do. Matter of fact, not people. It's time for the fighter and both fighter and promoter to do what they say they're going to do, and that's it. That's it. So, look, if we don't get this fight, like I said before Boots made that demo that I called it a mixtape, but it was so short, it was just a demo, right? He got that out the way. I knew it. It was going to be like, oh, we got options. Oh, we can fight this one. Y'all don't tell us what to do. And I just don't like it. It's nasty work. And I feel like for boxing, it shouldn't be that, right? You got two real fighters. I get people, Mike Ron, what it do, homie? How you feeling? I feel like I hear people trying to throw roadblocks in the way, right? They're trying to throw those roadblocks in the way, like, fight this, y'all, maybe they need titles, and, both guys need a belt, and this one go get this belt, and Boots fight this one and that one. Like, nah, bro, we doing too much. Like, and then y'all wonder why fights get over marinated. But why even create dialogue that would suggest that this fight ain't ready? It's not a matter of if it's ready, because it's ready. Both guys are ready now to fight each other. It's a matter of priority and who really wants to fight that particular guy right now. It's everybody on both sides of the coin. All systems go with this fight. And I'm telling you, it just seemed like from Team Ortiz, no. It seemed like they I don't know. Maybe they weighing their options, but you know, it feel like to me, Boots need to be a priority. Y'all did the face off. Y'all did all this talking about how he turned it down. Now it's a clear lane to make the fight. And y'all gonna try to rest y'all hat on the fact that y'all had opportunities before he got to the weight class and he didn't say yeah to him. Like, I'm not trying to hear that. It's he here now. Anything that you made before he got to the weight class shouldn't even matter. He is officially here. He went and made his demo against Lima. Got him up out of there. I know he looking strong as hell. He looking fresh. He look different, man. I know he looking dangerous, and people don't want to deal with it. Just say that. Be real with yourself then. You know what I'm saying? Because that dude dangerous, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I've been saying it for the longest. It's gonna be a tough night to beat him, man. Beating him is not gonna be no easy feat, bro. You're gonna have your work cut out for you, for real, for real. Shout out to my brother, Big Dog Willie. Appreciate the love in that super chat. He said, Tankamaniacs proclaim hair grease is Tank's greatest rival. Ali versus Frazier, Pacquiao versus Marquez, Leonard versus Hearns, Holyfield versus Bo, Tank, hair grease. That's crazy. Shout out to my dog, Big Dog Willie. Appreciate the support. Man, you're a fool. But yeah, man, I like I said, yeah, I seen this. I ain't fully surprised, but it's annoying at the same time. I ain't no psychic. You get what I'm saying? Why was I able to predict that this energy was gonna switch like this? You know what I'm saying? When it was time to fight, when the opportunity really was there, they're gonna sit here and keep talking about some offers made or an opportunity before. I don't want to hear that. Us fans, we don't need to hear that. Like, do you want to fight him or nah? Like, nah. Because it's looking crazy. Like, nobody trying to hear the excuse of how y'all could have fought before. No, do you want to fight right now? There's nobody on the table for you. Nobody's calling out Vergil Ortiz, right? Nobody. You get what I'm saying? Nobody. And it's the same thing for Boots. Nobody's calling them. They don't have nothing else lined up. There's nobody in the way. And it's actually physically nothing stopping them. I said this, man. If this fight don't happen in 2026, somebody didn't want it. And right now, like I said, if I had to pick, it's Team Ortiz. I don't want to blame the fighter alone, but he need to take control of this situation because it's looking like it's them that don't want to fight. And they saying everything but less fights. You got execs stepping in talking about, man, we about to force guys to do what they said. You know what I'm saying? Both promoter and fighter. Making that shit clear. PGH Big Dog, what's good with Ortiz and his team is a dog. It just don't look good. PGH, it look like they getting cold feet. Look like the opportunity is now, but they like, you know, they ain't going for it, right? They man, go make that fight, bro. Go make the fight, man. People want to see you fight Boots. And I know it ain't just me. Don't tell me the fight ain't ready. Don't tell me they need to go fight and get titles first. So it could be a unification. That's in a perfect world. I get that. But you know, in boxing, ain't no promises, ain't no guarantees, man. You know what I'm saying? You could lose any given day, any given fight night. You could take an L. So all this, you know, they need to go get belts and, you know, fight this one. All right, let me play this clip real quick. Y'all gonna see what I'm saying. Like, this is what we don't need for real, to be honest with you.
Vergil and Boots not happening. I told y'all that earlier. That fight not happening. That fight not happening right now. It's not ready. Dudes need to do more. Like, Muggs need belts. Vergil need to fight Fundura first and, like, get that belt off him. Boots need to get some boxing work and, like, get him a belt. Right now, there's just a boxing Twitter fight that, like, nobody care about. Nobody know who Vergil Ortiz is or Boots outside of hardcore boxing fans. So them dudes need to build their profile up, get some more fights in. Dudes want money that's, like, not even there for the fight. They're going to try to make that shit a pay-per-view that nobody going to buy. Keep working, keep building. We don't really need that fight yet. Vergil and Boots not.
Man, yeah, right. We don't need the fight. Like, what the hell? What type of talk is that? What do you mean nobody know Boots? Boots fought at the Wells Fargo, was the first to do it and pretty much sold out. That was one of the callers. Shout out to the Boxing Voice. That was one of the callers calling in from his show. But, you know, they got a big platform. So, you know, a lot of people be hearing these takes and, you know, they should start to spread like wildfire. Why are we suggesting that the fight ain't ready? We don't need the fight right now. You know, Boots need that background work. Vergil need to go fight Fundora and get the belt off him like that, bro. This ain't no video game. Like, yo, fans gotta chill. We be sounding crazy. This ain't no video game, bro. Like, don't just work like that. Yeah, just go defeat him. Yeah, beat him. Boom, boom, get a belt. Boom. Bro, that shit don't work like that. They mess around and have losses by the time they get to each other. It could really be that at 54 is what I'm saying. I'm not saying neither guy about to lose or gonna lose their next fight and none of that, but there's no guarantees in boxing to suggest going in another direction after facing off with people, after doing multiple interviews, speaking on turning down fights, and now there's a clear-cut opportunity. We like, nah, man, yeah, we should probably go do something else. Nah, you should probably go stand on business. So, I'm guessing these statements coming out about the Dazn execs is factual. This is the second time, to my count, that a statement has been made about them putting pressure on this particular fight being made. And like I said, this came out. Vergil team was quoting this, so I don't know, man. He said somebody watch my Bible. So this is like him. I don't listen. So yeah. So the caller is just like, I don't know, man. I can't agree with that. You know, end up on the mixtape. Nah, I think so too, Al Booger. But it's like, y'all did the face off. Y'all claim y'all wanted to fight with these offers. Now it's like it's clearly nothing in the way. He got a tune-up out the way and everything. And now it's like they getting cold feet, man. That's what it looked like. You get me? Go ahead and get that mixtape in real quick. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? You'll be a better man because of it. And look, in my mind, Vergil will fight whoever. I really believe that. But like I said, if they don't make the decisions 100% by themselves, and you got guys like, you know how Oscar has been in the past with his fighters, right? You heard with Vergil Ortiz Sr., the statements that he's put out with saying, you know, about fighting his son and, you know, the options, and they don't tell us when to fight. We don't fight for Eddie Hearn. Like, you hear like you've never heard any of this stuff when it comes to making a fight with anybody else. But when it came to these two fighting each other, it's like, you know what? You know what? We gotta figure it out. Like, nah, bro. Nah. I knew this shit was gonna happen. And that's why it'd be so annoying, because not too long ago, you know what I mean, a couple months ago, people was ready to blame Boots and they don't want to fight. Now you've seen what it really is. Ain't nothing wrong with him getting the tune-up out of the way. And for all of those people that was trying to force it and say it was two, he got the one out the way and got in the ring with you after your very last fight, and y'all faced off in front of everybody. Yeah, and it was intense. It was great for boxing. You see it in the picture. That's the face-off. Look at Boots. Boots got that smile like, yo, it's time, man. You see that look on his face? Vergil looking like, dang. Know what I'm saying? Vergil like, yeah, is he really here? Yeah, he right there in front of you now. It's a little different. Know what I'm saying? Do y'all still want to fight or nah? Is it something different? Know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Al Booger, Boots sold out to Wells Fargo. How you gonna say nobody know him now? Vergil is not the biggest star, but that's still not enough reason to not make the fight. All this garbage about star this and star that, like, people know this is a good enough fight, bro. This is a good enough fight. This is a good enough fight to be made. You know what I'm saying? And I think they need to jump on it. You know what I'm saying? I think they need to jump on it. Yeah. Biggest fight, you know what I'm saying? Right. Facts, man. He brought the beat back. You get me, Al Booger? Come on. What are we talking about? T's manager too busy doing the Macarena to answer his own calls. I'm telling you, better do something, because I don't care what you say. Just looking at this, you can no longer blame Boots. Y'all got to lay up all Boots. Y'all got to find somebody else to be mad at, find somebody else to blame about this fight not happening, because they need to be in the ring. Get what I'm saying? Shout out to Zoomverse. What's good, bro? Saying the entire time. The time is now. You get me? Yeah. Hey, Zoom. Vergil got other stuff. He got other things to do, bro. Vergil said, look, I think we need to do this.
Yo, I think we should plan this another time.
This nigga's scared.
Ain't nobody scared, man. I just told you I had a DJ Saturday night.
Fuck that shit.
Yo, I think we should plan this another time.
This nigga's scared.
Ain't nobody scared, man. I just told you I had a DJ Saturday night.
Fuck that shit.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Like, man, ain't nobody scared, but you already turned the fight down, Boots. You already turned it down already. I don't want the fight. I don't need it no more. Nah, bro. Y'all need to run this fade. Real talk. Y'all need to fight each other. I think the time is now. It's no guarantees in boxing. Going off into other paths. I'm not saying it's make or break, but it definitely ain't gonna look good for whoever walk away from this opportunity or decide to go pursue a fight with somebody that's probably gonna be deemed a lesser talent than the guy that everybody want to see you fight. I think it's perfect timing. You get what I'm saying? I think it's perfect timing. You got to think they was gonna fight at 47, right? Right? You would have thought if Vergil didn't get sick or whatever. So my thing is, it could have happened at 47 if Vergil would have stayed healthy, right? Something that's obviously out of his control. But now that that's behind him, that rap door is behind him, they find themselves at the same division again. This is the second division. There's no reason in the world why them two can't line it up and fight each other. Anything else, it's just you might as well say you don't want to see the fight. Trying to say nobody knows them and all of this BS, more garbage, man. More nonsense. Make the fights, bro. Make the fights. And us as boxing fans, we should support real fights, man. This is one that we could need. This would be a joke. Like, think about it, bro. And look, man, hell no, man. Hell no. Shakur, we getting Shakur and Tiafimo for the first month. You know what I mean? The last day of January, bro. You know what I mean? It's right here. Hell no. People out here chasing greatness, man. Boots want to be great. He need that Vergil smoke. Why? What are we doing? Hell no. 2026 is the year of chasing greatness for everybody, man. All these young kings, bro. All of them, bro. What we talking about? All that this ain't ready. Nah, remember? And think about it, y'all. See, I told y'all, even the narratives and the talking points from the callers changed. Now all of a sudden it's not ready. But they was just those same type of people were just saying Boots' whole career has been a tune-up. Why he ain't just go straight to Vergil? I told y'all. They seen that shit he did to Lima. Now they having second thoughts. I'm like, damn, could my guy beat him? I'm telling you, I don't care what nobody say. As fast as that knockout was, they over there looking like, man, damn, is that really what we want to do next? Or should we look to do something else? I'm telling you, I'm convinced, bro. I'm sold, bro. I'm sold. Dudes probably want to do something else, bro. I'm telling you, they got other shit to do. You know what I'm saying? They got other shit going on. I'm telling you, man, they got other stuff that they rather do. Man, it's crazy, man. So shout out to my brother Mike Kirkland, always supporting the grind. Said for the juice clip, telling the truth about Team Ortiz. Right? It's so fitting for this situation, bro. Ain't it? Because that's how it's feeling. That's how they act. And they like, man, I think we should do this another time. Now you got fans talking about, man, it ain't ready now. It ain't ready. You know, Boots need to go fight Bakram and Vergil need to fight Fundora. Shut up, Vergil. Fundora is still in, I think, locked in to fight Keith Thurman for 2026. What are we talking about? Like, let these fights that's set up, let them happen. That's what I'm saying. All these robot blocks, and at this point, it would be y'all putting the roadblocks in place. They're not like boxing is not stopping this. The best thing about this, when you hear boxing execs and the zone, like, nah, man, y'all gotta this the fight. That's crazy to me. Like, why wouldn't you want to make it? It's starting to look clear as day. Is somebody like, man, we could be doing something else. Now I know you could be, but you could be fighting Boots too. Yeah, that dude that you faced off with. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, man. I'm a bigger star if they can't find the right dance partner, right? They the perfect dance partner. And probably that's a great point, bro. You couldn't be more right. You couldn't be more right, bro. And you can't grow your profile. And again, you want to see Boots in those 50-50 affairs, right? This fits the bill, right? Even though Vergil has been tested, you still, you know what I'm saying? You still got to make these, you got to push for this fight, man. It need to be made. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, Paulie has something to say about it. Like, because look, it's the people that still blame Team Ennis.
I think that if this fell apart, a lot of criticism would be on Boots because Vergil has already taken some pretty big risks in his career and taken on some tough fights, some fights that were a very big risk to him. Jaron Ennis has been sort of searching those fights, but and the Stan Jonas fight is a good win on paper. He's got a couple of decent wins on paper, but again, not to the level that Vergil has already taken those risks. So I think that if this fight didn't come through, the criticism would probably fall on Jaron a little bit. And some maybe that wouldn't be fair all the time and for everything, you know. But in this particular situation, people are hoping that the fight gets made. And I don't think anybody wants to hear any excuses. So, you know, hopefully the meat and potatoes part is done, and hopefully the rest of it can be buttoned up soon.
Man, so there you go, man. The criticism has been on Boots, but hey, that's the Uno. If Boots pulled out that Uno reverse card, I don't give a damn what y'all say. Now it's on you. Now it's looking like y'all the ones putting out all the statements from money demands and all types of shit. I'm telling you. So the only inconsistency I've seen is on Team Ortiz. I ain't being showing no favoritism, no bias, just straight observation. In my honest, humble opinion, the only team that's showing different energy is Vergil's team. I'm saying even a fighter himself talked to man, I could be fighting this one or that one, and I don't know. That shit just a little weird, man. Strange, bro. You can grow your profile if, like Improv said, you can't grow your profile and get to that next level if you're not gonna fight those guys. Like Vergil, yeah, you have been tested, and I get it, but shit, my question for him would be, what would be a better option for you? Because the Earl Spence thing, like, think about that. They shut that down immediately. Soon as they suggested it, like they came out, put a statement out, like, man, we're not paying for that. You get me? So you gotta reconsider, man. You gotta figure out another way to get that dream fight, because it ain't gonna be on their dime. That's pretty much what it is. And then this statement right here further proves my point. Somebody here is sounding like they don't want it, and they not talking about Team or Ennis. It's not Team Ennis. Serrata was good. I need to wait for a bigger payday. Hell no. Why? Why would they do that? You mess around and lose, man. 154 is talented, man. 154 got some sharks in it, got some really talented guys. I don't think you could bet on trying to go in another direction and with hopes that y'all just meet up, right? That sound like you just don't want the fight that you claim you want. Like if you accepted it, if you said yeah twice, all you got to do is say yeah one more time for me, and the fight is made. And I don't think I'm on point with this, because literally nobody from Team Ennis is saying anything else. Nobody is saying that it's them, right? You just hear one side, the inconsistency on the one side. So they gotta get on board, man. I hope guys could get paid whatever it is they looking for. But like I said, I don't see too many reasons why this fight can't or shouldn't be made right now. You know what I'm saying? I really do feel like the time is now. It's up to them. They got to decide if they really want it. You know what I'm saying? Team Ortiz, do you really want it? Team Ennis, I ain't even got to ask that question, because I ain't heard him say nobody else's name. I ain't hear shit else. Nothing. It's all Vergil. I knew it, bro. Energy switch. Crazy. That shit crazy, right? How that energy switch, y'all? It switched crazy, didn't it? Man, bro. That shit crazy. It switched crazy. Shout out to the my homie Z. What's good with it? Seemed like Vergil, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people think he lost the ball chart. Maybe Team Vergil knows up. Man, look, Tay, what's good? What he say? We need 48 months. I'm telling you. Gonna meet y'all the way up there. Look, and that 48 months expired, man. The time is now, Tay. They out of months. You get me, a Tay? I think they might have exceeded the 48, bro. The first 48. You know what I'm saying? I think they might have exceeded it too, y'all. I really do. I think they might have exceeded the first 48, bro. You know what I'm saying? They might have exceeded the first 48, y'all. It's crazy. But look, they got to make this fight, man. They do. All realness, man. Like I don't see nothing else. Know what I mean? I don't see nothing else. It's not about call outs, Serrata. You're not listening, bro. You gotta listen. You want to have a conversation, let's have it. But you gotta listen to me. You gotta hear me out. It has nothing to do with call outs at this point. We passed call outs. We want to hear who's calling who out. Like, you gotta think, because if we start that conversation, then we gotta start it from the beginning. When they put out a statement needing 48 months to be ready for that fight. That's crazy work. And now, furthermore, you fast forward to now, like the last thing they should be saying is anything about other fights, dream fights, because the fight is right there in front of you. And if you really wanted to prove yourself against this dude, all I'm saying is what's changed, right? Nothing should have changed between the 2 times that you just said yes till now. But I tell you what did change. What changed was Boots actually had a fight at 54 and he completely obliterated his opposition. And now they got to sit there and look at it like, damn, is that something we want to do? So, and that's again, that's what he's trying to do. Serrata, that's my point. Fighting a guy like Vergil Ortiz further cements what Boots is, right? That's a test for him. That's a fight that people feel like is 50-50. I heard enough people say they feel like Vergil could beat him, knock him out. That's how you prove yourself. You don't need to prove yourself by fighting everybody else when the guy you trying to prove yourself against is right there in front of you. We ain't trying to hear that. Because look, same thing could be said with Vergil, right? He fought some names, he fought some quality opposition, but he got no title. You know what I mean? At least Boots fought for a title and actually unified. You get what I'm saying? Unified a title at that. So, and they need each other. This is the perfect scenario for boxing where you can say they need each other, because how are you going to get to that next level without the best opposition out there, without facing each other? All paths lead to each other right now. The only way these two, man, this is like 2 trains on the same track. The only way that this fight doesn't happen is somebody switch gears and go another direction. That's all. Vergil is a dog. Let me be clear. He's a dog. He's battle tested. You get what I'm saying? You know, the title shot has eluded him. I could understand if he got a title shot or something better than what Boots is, then I could understand it. But what Vergil going to do if he don't fight Boots next? Who you think he going to end up in there with? You get what I'm saying? I think that's the best. That's arguably the best fight at 54 right now. Real talk. With the history behind it, then that there was at 47 and the back and forth. You know what I'm saying? I want to be clear. It's a great fight. I don't think Vergil's scared of ducking, but I think his team may be exploring other options potentially. That's what I'm getting. I'm not getting that it's 100% Boots, right? But from Boots' side, I'm hearing that it's Vergil. What's up? So I don't know. They've been very consistent, man. But let's hear this video. Shout out to the homie YSM, man. He interviewed Johnny Ortiz, y'all, and he talked about Boots manager, and this was what just from the other day. So let's hear this, man. He said, when that fight be for the ring belt, or am I tripping? Nope. I don't think no belt with them two. I don't think no belt would be on the line. It wouldn't be a bad thing if they allowed it to be, though. You get me? You know what I'm saying? I know that could spice things up for sure, right? But I just don't see no reason why he shouldn't take this fight, y'all. But let's hear what Johnny Ortiz had to say about Ortiz manager.
Negotiations have been going on since May, with Jaron Ennis and Vergil Ortiz. Still, I ain't gonna say still no significant ground's been made, but still no deal done.
Nope.
March 28th, right?
Yeah, March 28th.
I mean, hopefully, you know, I already said Rick, the manager, Rick.
With Vergil.
Yeah, Vergil, he acts like a hoe. But March 28th, if we can announce, hopefully it gets announced the next week or two to be like our 8 week and stuff like that. More promote for that date. You know, hopefully it get done. That's all we gotta do. Just hopefully it get done. If not, who's got more options? You can't make that narrative like, oh yeah, Boots didn't want to fight me, this and that, because y'all did a 6-week offer while he was at 147 and you was in Vergil was at 154. All of a sudden you hear, oh yeah, he done. No, fuck out of here. We ain't trying to hear that. Once it came down to it, was straight up. Let's fight in the same division. It's time. All you hear is, oh, I think he fights Errol Spence 3 years. Then you hear, oh, I deserve 10 million. Oh, we're the A side when you never win the title. So that's why I say they calling their own bluff. Now they just trying.
And that's what I'm saying. When a team comes out and start publicly making demands, we need 10 million. We the A side, but trying sending no offers. Y'all waiting for an offer to be sent, but trying to play A side, demand 10 million, talking about dream fights, other options. Like, and that's all I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with that in terms of boxing. Like, you don't have to be set just on one fight. You do what's best for your career, but don't create this illusion that This is the fight you want if y'all, in fact, want to do something else, right? Don't make your fighter look bad. Y'all making every excuse in the book. Public negotiations always mess up fights. You know that. 10 million. Come on. 10 million. Come on. 10 million. Come on, bro. 10 million. Has he ever even made 3 million for a fight? And you talking about 10? Have you ever made 5 million? You talking about 10. 10 million though. For the guy that y'all supposed to be able to beat, that y'all said yes to, that y'all know for sure y'all guy knocks out and all this other stuff, right? Come on, man. What we doing, man? What we talking about, bro? It kills me, bro. It really do. But let's keep going.
These media outlets that make it seem like it's on Boots and Eddie Hearn and all them. No, it's you already have a situation. Golden Boy, Eddie Hearn, which is mad from agreed upon. I don't know if it's a situation with Rick and Golden Boy, but Rick, you gotta step up, y'all. If y'all avoid this, y'all be known as a bitch. I think Vergil Ortiz will fight as a fighter, but that'll be the thing. Whoever
You heard what he said.
You gotta step up, y'all. If y'all avoid this, y'all be known as a bitch.
Talk to him.
I think Vergil Ortiz will fight as a fighter, but that'll be the stigma on whoever's real. You might have hard fans, the Mexican. Oh man, how about Boots? Oh no. The funniest shit I heard is a negotiation. No, the funny shit I heard is like a negotiation. People put a negotiating record. Oh yeah, we're going on against negotiations. The fuck is that? He was just making up shit.
See, and that just real talk. Like you entitled to search for other opportunities. You entitled. You have your right to pursue other options and fights that make sense for you, to try to make bags, extend your shelf life. But at this point, like he said, you're gonna look crazy. You're gonna look crazy because I don't think if you don't fight Boots, and the same with Boots, let me be fair. Let me make sure y'all know, y'all understand. I'm not trying to pick a side or nothing. I'm just telling you what I'm saying. But I don't think there's a better option immediately for either one of them outside of each other. I think the fight is sell itself, bro. Ain't no way people not tuning in to watch Boots and Vergil. Ain't no way. And people, I'm tired. And let's put some more respect on hardcore's names, bro. Like, I know the casual audience is a big one. They deep. But us hardcores is deep, man. Us hardcores, we been there. We been there watching boxing, man. People are going to watch and support this fight, bro. Ain't no way. I'm not trying to hear none of that. Could it be bigger with belts on the line? We get all of that, but there's no guarantees. And definitely at 54. You put a tournament together at 54 with like the top 10 guys and let them go at it. There's no telling, right? You might be some guys you pick favorite to win, but it's truthfully no telling if you mix and match these guys the right way. That's how talented 54 is. So all of this, fairy tale scenario where you don't fight each other right now and then you just go fight other people and then eventually get belts and fight each other. Nah, bro. Hell no. Hell no. We already didn't get to see the fight at 47. You got sick, and that was unfortunate, out of your control. Y'all already needed 48 months. Them 48 months should be over with. You got more fights at the weight class than he do. You fought better competition than him. Everything should be in your favor, right? He moved into your weight class, man. It just should give me a little hype, man, because come on, man. Come on, Vergil. Come on, man. Team Boost seem like they on board. I ain't hear not one peep that they not with this, not one, and they can't even say it at this point. So what's the holdup is what I would love to know as a fight fan, so I don't assume the wrong things, because right now, just from the outside looking in with the information we got, it's looking like somebody don't want to fight, bro. That would it look like somebody don't want to fight. Man, yeah, you get what I'm saying? It's too much, man. Ramon, what's good with it, homie? Yeah, man. Core gonna do his thing, man. I can't wait, and I truly hope he spanked T.O. You get me? In the best way, you know what I mean? Shout out to my brother, man. Dante's Boxing Talk, man. Always supporting the grind with that dub in the Cash App, man. Appreciate the support, homie. Much love to my guy, man.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
He said, real boxing talk at its best. You know it. We own it, man. Shout out to my guy, Cash Sports. My dog, how you feeling, man? Shout out to the box store, and man, appreciate the work that you put in as well, man. Shout out to you. Yeah, man. Right. We hold more weight than what they be giving us, Reef. Like us hardcores hold it down, bro. We would support the hell out of this fight. It's enough of us. We'll support the hell out of this fight. And that's all. I don't want to put no smut on nobody's name. I just want to have an honest conversation, man. Vergil Ortiz, it'll be good to hear him just, be straightforward. Like, look, this is what I want. I don't want nothing else, bro. We gave him the face off. Now let's give him the real thing. Let's give him the fight. Right? Ain't nothing wrong with that. I know Vergil dog. I know it's gonna be a good fight. I know it's gonna be a real fight. I know it's a fight that neither guy could go in there just thinking that it's a guaranteed win. I think Boots is special, but you know what I mean? It's gonna take a certain level to beat a Vergil. He's very tough, gritty, you know what I mean? Very committed. He's stubborn to a degree. He come to win. He come to try to break you. He try to break your will. And every single fight you see Vergil in, he coming to bring the pain. He don't care. It don't matter who he in there with. Even when he was getting dropped with bullet chuck, he was popping right back up. And it's like you give me like a jack in the box and going right back into the fire. So he a dog. That's been proven. It's time for y'all to let that dog off the leash. Team Ortiz. If it's anybody that's having reservations, y'all shouldn't. This dude has been a dog his entire career. He's shown it. The dude battled back from Rabdo, and he's still out here smoking shit. Come on, man. Yeah, show y'all man some more respect, man. He is a dog. He is proven. Come on, man. Don't y'all gonna make Boots look like the boogeyman. I ain't trying to hear nothing. I'm just being honest, man. All that we could fight Errol Spence shit. Come on, man. Who the hell want to fight somebody that ain't fought going on what 3 years? What are we talking about? Don't nobody want to see that. That's a red. They came right. We ain't paying for that, and rightfully so. This is the fight it seemed like they want to. So look, let's get at it, man. Let's see it. May the best man win. You got two dogs. Time to let him off the leash. I'm sick of hearing Boots ain't fighting nobody and he only fighting tune-ups and where the competition at. I'm sick of it. Enough is enough. And then soon as it's time to get a name in there, it's like, well, nah, man, we don't want to hear we don't want to hear about two offers. We don't want to hear about I said yes twice when he wasn't even at 54. Now that he's at 54 after a fight, I'm not going to say yeah, make sense. That's all I'm saying, y'all. I'm going to acknowledge his 2 times of saying yes, but at the same time, it don't hold the same weight as a yes would with him being in the weight class. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? It's easy to be like, yeah, I'll fight him coming up and not having a fight. Okay, now he's here. Now he's here, bro. Now he is here. Do you understand me? He's here now. What are you going to do? Are you going to fight him? That's all. I know you a dog. I know you're going to make it. I know you're going to make it a good fight. This could arguably be Boots' toughest fight. This would be the best fighter Boots fought, hands down. This would be the best fighter, in my opinion, hands down, that Vergil fought. Tell me again why they shouldn't fight? Never mind no belt. Never mind no belt. This fight sell itself. The history. Come on, man. The 48 months talk. Vergil, Team Ortiz, y'all get to put all that shit to bed. They still riding y'all about that 48 months y'all needed down there at 47. Yeah, we never will forget about that until y'all fight. You could put that to bed. You get me? All of this talk, you get me? Come on, man. You slick black athletic fighter. Come on, you knocking that off the list. Come on, Vergil. Come on, this the next coming to Roy Jones. What you talking about? Go ahead and knock him off. Right? Philly, they ain't even like that in Philly. That's what somebody in the comments saying. Philly don't run shit. They're right. Go ahead, man. Go ahead and get that scout. Right? It ain't even that deep, right? It ain't that bad. Look at him. Look at him in his face, right? Go ahead and fight that man. Shout out to the queen, Lisa. Happy New Year to the queen. How you feeling? Russell, Casey, my dog. Happy, what's good? Happy New Year's to you. Family blessings to you. How you feeling? 12 threes in the building. Ramon was good. And again, Happy New Year to everybody. I hope y'all enjoy it and start y'all new year all right. We're going to have this boxing build for a bit. You already know, man, Kaz, man, I got to be over there a little more, man. You be dropping some gems, man. Shout out to you, my dog. And why is it taking so long to just make the fight happen? I mean, look, Kona, it's a good question, bro. Look, I think right now, looking just me, just from observing what I'm seeing, it seemed like it's taking. It's up to the fighters. It's in their hands at this point. That's what it seemed like, and it's nothing stopping it. Right? The execs, the networks are on board. Like nobody's blocking the fight. Nobody's saying, "Oh, we don't want that." It's none of that. It's literally look like it's left up to the fighters, and if it don't happen, I think we could look at one team or the other and say, look, I might not have wanted that fight. And like I said, I'm just being honest. Team Ortiz has put out some mixed signals, right? You hear what Johnny Ortiz is saying, right? Oh man. Shout out to the queen, man. Pardon me, my kids be going crazy, man. In the back. Shout out to the queen. Happy New Year to the queen. And I appreciate you. Gotta put you on the spot. I'm truly one of the hugest supporters for that huge donation in the Cash App, man. Much love, much appreciation to the queen, Lisa. Man, she done sponsored the whole stream for the week. Shout out to the queen, man. Truly appreciate it.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Much love to the queen, Lisa, man. Shout out to you. Frequent, what it do, fam? And I hope, like I said, everybody start their new year off right with a bang, with a damn good one, man. Shout out to Lisa. She said your hard work throughout the year. I truly appreciate you, Lisa. Much love and appreciation, queen, for that huge donation, man. You truly a blessing. Shout out to the queen. Let me get back to this. I'm gonna pull this up back from Jaron Ortiz. We're gonna get back to it, y'all. Pardon me. Big Keith, my dog, coming in with that dub, man. Much love, my guy. So happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year to my guy, man. Appreciate you, man. Blessings to everybody. Make sure you enjoy.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate the love, family. Yeah, man. She always support. Appreciate everybody that continues to come through and support this grind, man. Truly. Every last one of y'all. Whether it's a like, view, a comment, subscribing, we appreciate y'all over this way. But let's keep building. So like I said, man, this fight I think is dragging because it seemed like one team or the other dragging ass. To be frank, man, to be blunt. Somebody seemed like they may be weighing their options. And I don't want to crucify them for doing such, right? Boxing is a business. It is your career. Look, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to go a bit deeper. Boots Ennis is a dangerous fight for anybody. Let's not play. And let's not act like that's not the case. Getting there with Boots Ennis could ruin all future plans, any immediate plans that you got, any title aspirations. Let's just be honest. That shit could go horribly wrong. And I get it. But it's like the time is now. The walls are closed in. Now y'all in the box. And y'all basically like two dogs that's right there with right before they get let off the leash. And it looked like them boys out there in Philly ready to let their dog go. They ready to let him go be great. I'm sick of hearing the weak criticism from Boots. He ain't fighting nobody. Well, Vergil Ortiz is somebody because he fought people. The only thing he ain't did is win a title, and that shit don't matter. He's fought quality opposition at 47, and he's done the same thing at 54. He's more established there. He should be more comfortable, right? He's more battle-tested, right? He's the knockout guy. They say he hit harder than Boots. All this shit. He tougher, right? You got to damn near kill him to beat him. All of these things are said. Mr. Boots Ennis is allegedly supposed to be the next coming of Roy Jones Jr., right? He ain't that. He ain't this. He ain't that. He get hit too much, right? They said the one thing you could criticize Boots on is his defense. Ortiz. Do you hear me? They said his defense ain't that. Huh? They said you can hit Boots. They say Boots get hit too much. Sound like all I do is hear more and more reasons why you should want to get him, right? He ain't fought nobody. Remember, his whole career been a tune-up. He ain't fought nobody. He literally destroyed lima beans or whatever y'all want to call them, right? That ain't nothing. He ain't never seen nothing like you in the boxing ring. You would definitely, without a doubt, be the best opponent he's ever been in the square circle with. I don't see no reason to hesitate. All I hear is more and more reasons to say, Boots, man, line that shit up. We gonna do it. Straight like that. Stop this A-side shit. Y'all not that. Have you sold out anywhere? Boots have done that. I don't give a damn if it's in Philly. Have Vergil done it anywhere? No. So that would let you know right off the bat, y'all not the A-side. But not even to get into that. Do you want the fight at this point? Saying yes 2 times when he not in the weight class and then dragging your ass after he had one fight and it was a demo. It wasn't even a full mixtape. That was a little demo. You gonna be the next mixtape if you say yes, respectfully, and that's what's gonna happen, bro. Get what I'm saying? The Boots Ennis experience could be all bad for you. I know that shit. It could ruin any title aspirations for the immediate future, right? You're gonna definitely have to go back to the drawing board playing with that young man from Philly. But hey, it's what you signed up for. You gave us the face-off of a lifetime. Now go ahead and deliver and set that fight up. All parties involved need to get on the same accord, and y'all need to get the fans one of the best fights that boxing could possibly deliver at this point. It ain't no reason for it. Shout out to my homie Crush. What's good with it, bro? How you feeling? You get me? The Boots, I know the Boots experience could be bad for your health. I get it. But they out here like, man, Boots Ennis ain't even his defense ain't that good. He get hit a lot, right? He vulnerable. Look, you know what I'm saying? He only had one little quick ass fight at 54, right? Ain't even nothing to worry about. He technically still a 47-pounder, right? He ain't even grew into the weight yet, right? Hey, we gotta get this fight, y'all. Seriously. Come on, man. You got Shakur Stevenson being great, chasing Teo up to 140, man, for his titles, bro. And I get it, ain't no titles on the line. Y'all in the same division, though. The time is now. Y'all, it is what it is. It's nothing else I can say. But I'm gonna play the rest of this video from Johnny Ortiz, who has some criticism about Boots and his his team's lack of motivation, it seems, when it comes to fighting Boots.
What's the likelihood that we get this fight in the March-April date that it's being slated for?
For that March 28th, man, I'm gonna put it to the universe that it happens. I'll put it into the universe as 50-50. I'm put it to the universe. I mean, the inner teams will know, hopefully break this. All right, we're going to take this fight. We came to a conclusion. I think that.
What are some of the obstacles when this is their first pay-per-view fight, both guys?
Yeah.
What are some of the obstacles to making this fight? Like, what are some of the things that could be negotiated that could prevent a deal from happening?
I mean, the agreement. The agreement of who gets a certain percentage of pay-per-view. I think the difference is they don't got the collide network, so the network is the one that's going to put out the. So there's agreements within the teams that's going to only thing that can avoid it. I think by going Boots, he's going to sacrifice 50-50 because he quote unquote should be the inside. But yes, I think he'll sacrifice 50-50 to make it happen because there's a little bit of risk to make it to the long game. It'll be like Vergil talking about outpricing themselves and shit like that. And I heard something about a speech from people was like they getting paid more on Turkey. Turkey was a flat.
Butcher was good with it, bro.
Flat rate. I don't know if they $6 million. I'm not. But say you get $3-4 million, right? And you fight in pay-per-view, the upside is going to be more than 6 because you're going to get pay-per-view buys. People don't understand that shit.
So you hear him speaking about some of the obstacles possibly are making the fight, but at the end of the day, like I said earlier, y'all, when you got the networks on board, when you know clearly that everybody that represents Team Ennis is all on board with Vergil, nobody's saying no. Nobody on that side can even say that that's the case with Boots. Then you don't have no reason for it. I think it's on y'all. I think like the fact that your manager has been very vocal and active with these quotes and different statements that he's either been responding to or putting out statements of his own, right? And that's telling me something, and it's not consistent. Like when you start talking about demands, like bro just said, that's one of the obstacles when you would mess around and price yourself out. I know this is a great fight for boxing and arguably one of the absolute top 3 boxing matches I think you can make in today's boxing, right? In the sport today. But I still don't think it merits $10 million a piece or $10 million from either one of you guys, right? Respectfully, I think y'all can get paid very well. I think y'all could potentially put yourselves in position to make career high paydays fighting each other. But I don't see a scenario where you're making $10 million. And again, maybe you just throw that out there to see what stick. But from history, it shows me when you start with the public negotiations and the numbers, you usually don't want to fight, or you self-sabotaging a fight low key. You know what I'm saying? By asking for something bogus like that. We understand that it's this notion that Turkey is paying very well. But I don't think you can go about demanding the money that way. At least be willing to sit down with this man officially now that he's at 154 pounds and give the fight and yourself an actual fair shot at the fight being put together. I think the opportunity would be the best. It would be the strongest. I think it would be the easiest right now because it ain't no he need a tune up. He not in the weight class yet. It's here now. It's all set in place. Y'all just got to do the rest of the work, getting to the finish line. You get what I'm saying? Anything less, like I said, y'all just you don't want this fight. You don't want it. Who's gave up his part of his purse? Yeah, he gave up some money to Stan Jonas. So yeah, he's made sacrifices in the past before, right? When it came time to make a fight. So we know based on his history, I think it would be safe to assume he will be willing to do it again, right? I can't say for sure, but I think it would be safe to say so. Shout out to 2 Cents. So I just want to see a fight that I think is primed and ready to go. You know what I'm saying? I don't see no reason why it can't be made. I don't see any reason, not one.
Vergil Boots.
I'm probably would edge Boots, but Boots' defense is bad. If there's one thing about Boots you can criticize him for, it's his defense. Now, both guys can punch, both guys are fast, but if one guy has a bad defense and the other guy, Vergil's not, Pernell Whitaker, but I think he's slicker. And we've never seen Boots hit by anything like what Vergil can throw. Vergil is they're both devastating punchers.
Yeah.
That's a worry.
Yeah, but I don't think Vergil's ever been anywhere with anyone that can hit like Boots can. I edge to Vergil ever so slightly.
Really?
Yeah, 55-45 Vergil. Just because he's the proven guy for me.
He is.
I'm almost going with the proven as opposed to, look, both are super talented and they should have fought at 147. And for your first 3 fights, moving up in weight to be Boychuk, Majimov and Lubin,
that's something.
That's something. That's 3 top 10 guys you've gone in with straight away, whereas Boots has gone in with Lima.
Hey, see, you heard, and there go another clip. Look, man, you heard that, Vergil? 18 Ortiz. Did y'all hear that? Bro said Boots' defense is bad. It's one thing you can criticize him for. It's his defense, man. He basically say he get hit too much, and that shit is an illusion. But just, you heard him? Boots get hit a lot. This shit should be easy. He's never been punched by nobody like you, and that's true. You know what I mean? That's true. But you ain't never been in there with an athlete like him. And that's also true. I don't think you've been in front of somebody that's capable of putting together the kind of mixtape that Boots Ennis is accustomed to putting out. I'm telling you, Boots might as well, his nickname could be DJ. You know what I mean? Because he putting out mixtapes every time he get in the ring. You get me? I get it. You know what I'm saying? And one mixtape Boots is a scary thing, but you might as well go ahead and conquer that demon. Go ahead and climb in there with that phenom and see what it's all about. Go see what it's like to deal with a guy in Philly, bro. You know what I'm saying? Imagine this fight for 2026. Imagine Shakur and T.O. They kicking it all. You got Raymond Murataya, Andy Cruz, another good title fight with some young fighters, right? And you get a Boots and Vergil for 2026 as well. In that first quarter, come on, man, we'll be cooking with grease. You know what I'm saying? Oscar blocking the fight. Hey man, them execs Empire, they putting their foot. Butcher, they putting their foot down, bro. Vergil slicker than Boots has been dropped. Yeah, he ain't slicker than Boots at all. I don't know who the hell. He's not more athletic than Boots, so there ain't no way he could be slicker. And I don't think his defense is better either. And I think it's an illusion that Boots get hit a lot. I swear it is. Like, the thing is, do you see Boots be coming out all crazy lumped up? He might have some swelling. It's a fight, right? But he don't be coming up out of there with all types of closed eyes, busted lips, and noses leaking all crazy, right? Like, Boots don't be getting belt put to his ass. He be beating the ass. He the one be administering the mixtape. You feel me? Boots be the one beating the ass out there. Shout out to guys, my dog. How you feeling, Brody? So about 50 people in the building. Hit the like button. Y'all sub to the channel. We gonna keep rocking. Shout out to everybody rocking out, man. And again, Happy New Year. We getting it started with a nice boxing conversation. But again, Boots got bad defense. He untested. He ain't really settled in at the weight. Come on, Vergil. Come on, somebody tell Vergil Boots ain't fought nobody. You know what I'm saying? He fought all tune-ups. He ain't never seen nothing like you before, Verg. You get me? You got this. You could do it. You could do it, Verg. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? He ain't even all that scary. So you get in there, and bro, till you get in there and Boots out there doing and one mixtape moves with boxing gloves, and you can't figure out the science to it. You gonna have Vergil in there like, damn, I thought and one was basketball. Nope. Boots found a way to show you what and one mixtape would look like with boxing gloves. I'm telling you, he one of the rare people that his fights look like you could compare to like street ball, right? That's the kind of fun he be having in there. Slow motion attacks, like putting himself in the matrix, going in there, beating on people. Like Boots be disrespectful. But again, Vergil, he get hit a lot, man. He ain't even all that. You know what I mean? To be honest with you, bro. That's what I like to hear, man. I'm doing good, God's self. Any day I could talk to the fan and build on the boxing is a great day. Vergil will drop him. Serrata, he definitely could. He got the power to. Vergil will be the most fierce puncher that Boots been in the ring with, and the best talent that he's been in the ring with so far. Right? I do. I think he'll be the livest dog that Boots has fought thus far. And I think it's no question. I think it's hands down. Right? And that's why we need to fight. We got 50-50 fights that we need to see. You know what I'm saying? Vergil saw what happened to him in Mantis. Bruce Gas, peace to the OG. How you feeling? He seen what happened to Stan Jonas. He said, nope. I'm cool. I'm telling you, between that, like he made Stan Jonas quit, man. That man had a baby on the way. Do you know what kind of motivation that is for a father? For the fathers out there, what kind of motivation was it for you when you had your baby, when you knew your baby was on the way, right? Now imagine you competing, right? Knowing your baby could be born at any minute. You motivated like hell. And I'm going somewhere with this. Just imagine the motivation, right? You proud to be, you about to be a dad when this fight is over. And you fighting for unification. You can take this dude title and change your career. Your life literally can all change for the better, right? Think about how geeked up and motivated and proud you are to go out there and really put everything on the line, right? Think about how strong his will was going out there competing against Boots, right? And then the fight took place and he ended up quitting on the stool. Just think about that. Just want y'all to think about that. The motivation that he shared, probably, being a new father, all of that stuff, like just really like, yo, I'm going to go get this dude, right? Just imagine all of that. And what was it? 6 rounds. So you out there and you on your stool like, man, I'm cool. I'm definitely cool. I'm definitely not going back out there. Imagine that though. Telling you, that's an ass whooping, bro. That's an ass beating. That's a shellacking. How they say it? That's a shellacking, bro. That's somebody beating your ass. Where you like, you know what? It went from I'm fighting for my newborn baby to like, damn, I'm trying to make it home to my newborn. You get what I'm saying? Fighting Boots could really do that. Go from you being pumped up, motivated, ready to go. You fully trained, you committed, you had one of the best training camps you've ever had in your career. You know what I mean? You can't wait to go and kiss your baby, right? And 6 rounds later, it's like, damn, nah, I'm cool. I'm definitely not going back out there, right? That take a lot, man. That's a real ass whooping on the other end of you, right? There's a real opponent that beat you. You can beat the will out of man with a baby on the way. And I'm not even trolling and being funny. Like, just think about the motivation that you share when you got a kid, bringing a kid into this world, and you get to fight for your kid. Man, that's like added motivation is what I'm saying. So he got something extra. Boots ain't got no kids. And Boots would be out there having fun, bro. Fighting like this shit ain't even a danger to him. Telling you, he said you still get mocked. I'm telling you, motivated to get back to that baby. I'm cool. You got it, champ. You hear me? And Vergil go hit him with that Mexican power, and Boots will go understand what it's really like to be hit. I feel you. So he says, son, I try. Hey, Lisa, man, son, I try. You know what I mean? Hey, Mike, you try to make it home to the baby. He like, yeah, I got to make it home, man. Got to make it home to the young one. You know what I mean? It went from I'm fighting for the young one to like, yeah, I tried, son. I did my best, man. Daddy coming home. I'm coming home in one piece. Telling you. And that's probably the conversation. They probably like, hey, Mantis, you got a baby on the way. You don't need to go back out here and do this. You lost every round. He putting hands on you. He putting belt to your ass. You ain't got to do this. Like, you got nothing left to prove, man. You know what I'm saying? He could walk out there with his head held high. because getting stretchered out ain't nothing cool about that. So respect to Mantis, Stanionis. He fought as hard as he could, but it just was Boots was way too much. You know what I'm saying? He was way too much. Way too much. Boots ain't chasing no damn Vergil Ortiz. Boots just proving was selling wolf tickets out here. Yeah, Bakram still need to fight. I get it, man. I think he got a fight. I got to double check. I got to double check with my guy. I thought Bakram had something lined up, but I'm not against no fights. Let's be clear. But I just think it ain't no time like the present, like now, right? To capitalize on, I think, not only a lucrative fight for both parties involved, but another proven fight for Vergil, right? Like you could shut a lot of people up. You could make a lot of people eat crow. You can really get your career to the next level. You go out there and stop Jaron Ennis, bro. They're gonna have to put a whole newfound respect on Vergil Ortiz's name. They're gonna have to. They're gonna have to put a whole different kind of respect on your name. Whole different kind of respect. You get me? Whole different kind of respect on your name. So it's just up to him, man. He gotta feel that way. He gotta want to get in there, and he gotta be willing to tell his team against all odds, yo, get me this fight. Let's make this fight. And look, we've seen it. We've seen it in the past. I mean, I'm glad we got another example we could point to outside of Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence getting on the phone, right? Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez got on the phone, and they got their fight squared away. Nobody stopped them. They went right ahead and made their fight. Now both guys chasing greatness and trying to prove who the better man is. May the best man win. Can't wait to see it. So listen, I would love to see if Vergil and Boots take that kind of approach. I'm not saying everybody has to follow suit, but look, why not? It seems to be that one of the biggest issues in fights, not coming to fruition or materializing, is communication, right? You don't need to communicate in the public, right? The hell with the public statements, the pissing contest, the one-ups, we said yes, and when you wasn't even, we don't care about none of that, right? Go talk to each other, go sit down, go hash it out, go really, you know what I'm saying, and get it fans a straight up indicators to where y'all going. Because right now, the last thing we seen was y'all doing this right here with the face off. So if y'all don't go fight each other, it's gonna be on y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see Ortiz get dropped, but he got better than that, right? Right. The difference is, man, Boots know how to get in the fire. He'll take some shots, but he'll roll with them too, but he don't be getting dropped and shit, right? Thing is, Vergil being aggressive, being his normal self, that shit got him put down a couple times, bro. He was getting rocked. He was popping right back up, right? But he was getting rocked. He was getting rocked. So y'all, before I move on to the next topic, like I said, I would love to see this fight. I think 2026 is the perfect time to make it. I don't think it's a better immediate opponent for either guy. It's a 50-50 fight. There's some history to a degree, right, with each other. This will prove once and for all who's the better fighter and who really wanted to fight. And like I said, I think they'll be able to make money. I think people will be truly interested in the fight. I would even pay for this. I would even pay pay-per-view money for this. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't even gonna hold you. I would pay pay-per-view money. So I'll say this in my final thoughts. I'll say I hope that all parties involved can eventually get on the same page and we can see this fight for 2026, preferably the first quarter, the earlier part of next year, man. I think that'll start boxing off on a really, really high positive note. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see this fight for these dudes, man. And I support them, win, lose, or draw, both guys. But, man, my money is on Boots. I just think he's a freakishly good talent. Athleticism off the charts. He got a hell of a bag. He really be having fun out there. But he'll have to have his A game for Vergil Ortiz. Vergil Ortiz ain't nothing to play with. Some of the shots that you've seen Boots get hit with, if you would ask the question, man, Vergil hit you like that, what happens, right? The questions is there. It's not just one-way traffic, but I think both guys got questions on both sides. Anytime when you're going up against the best opposition you faced as far as a professional, I think it's fair to say that there's going to be questions on both sides, right? And like I said before, you got Boots that's actually fought in the championship fights, so he's accomplished in that, right? But he don't have that marquee name on his resume. I think Vergil provides that. I think Vergil, you know, they'll fall some quality guys, nothing like a Boots Ennis. And I think getting him out the way solidifies him in a whole different light with or without a belt. And I think that definitely inches him closer and puts him right in the driver's seat to fight for a title. I think the winner of this fight could go on to not only possibly make a hell of a run in this division to do some great things, but, you know, that they'd be one of the bigger, most notable, respected names in the sport. The more I discuss this fight, the more reasons I see why it should be made now. I don't see no reason why they can't fight each other. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Behind the Hands TV. My dog, he said the winner of that fight is a certified star. Easy. You get me? You get me? Matt said Boots got to fight someone this year. And I think that someone, Matt, I think that someone should be Vergil. You know what I'm saying? I think that someone should be Vergil. You get me? I don't think there's a better option for neither guy, respectfully. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully we can get the fight. That's all I can say, yo. This is what boxing need. And with these execs putting pressure to kind of like force them to do it, that says all you need to know. They are on board, man. So go ahead and give us the fight, man. Vergil be the champion yet? I would have fought some former. Got a former, maybe got a couple formers on his resume. I had to go through it and double check and like analyze it to be sure. But you know, obviously a title it has eluded him. But I think he's fought former. Might got a couple of them on the resume, former champions. But we'll see, man. We'll see. All right, Boots Vergil, yeah, it's pay-per-view worthy, bro. I'll spend my money for it. You know what I'm saying? I'll definitely spend my money on it. So look, man, I don't know. I hope they feel how we feel, man, and they just strike while the iron hot and go ahead and make that fight. But let's keep rolling, man. Let's keep rolling. Tim, my dog, Happy New Year, man. How you feeling, Brody? Now let's keep rolling, man. Something else I wanted to bring up. I ain't gonna be too long on this, but we was talking about this. Everybody heard about the tragic accident with Anthony Joshua, and you know, Jarrell Miller, he dropped a heartfelt message. I'm gonna play that. But you know, I love me a good conspiracy theory. You know, of course that's logical and makes sense, you know what I mean, to a degree, right? But you know, with tragedies like this, something being so fresh, right? I just don't think people should have tried to connect it to like some foul play or some, you know, oh, the crash happened because AJ didn't follow the script. So I got a couple videos with people suggesting that that's the case. And I think it's nasty work. I get it. People like to try to be entertaining, try to hit you with those headlines that'll get you to click. But I don't know. I just think people need to be more aware and more sensitive to things like that. You know what I'm saying? Before you go pushing narratives. But I mean, it is what it is. Some people just see it as it's fair game, right? It's just an opinion. But I just don't feel like that had anything to do with it. I think script my ass. He wasn't coming out told I said this, and AJ never alluded to allowing it to be what it was. He never was going to play with this dude. If anything, he could have got him out of there possibly sooner, but man, he was never laying down for this dude. I don't even know why people thought that. So I don't think there was no script in that sense, and I don't think that's the reason for no crash because he didn't let Jake Paul beat him. Like, who the hell thought he was going to win to begin with? For real, outside of his crazy ass, right? Shout out to Thrill Hill. What's good, Brody? You know what I mean? So I think it's nasty work, but I'm going to play the video from Jarrell Miller. He had a heartfelt message to AJ. And shout out to him, man. I just feel like as content creators, you definitely got to be responsible with the content. But some people feel like they own to something with this situation, but I just didn't draw that connection. I just think it was an unfortunate, messed up situation, and lives were lost. And I just leave it there. Prayers and blessings to AJ. And I hear these people. One of the people was his strength and conditioning coach, and then his personal trainer or something like that. Something to that effect. So he lost people, you know, that he really worked with, that he knows. So I know he probably dealing with it right now. And me and my guy was talking about it yesterday, my bro, and shit, I wouldn't be surprised if he ain't box no more. I wouldn't be surprised if he ain't even care to come back and try to box. You know what I'm saying? But let's hear this quick clip from Jarrell Miller, man.
You know, I wasn't even going to say nothing about this, but
Listen, when I first heard about the age situation, it didn't really affect me too much. I hope he was all right. And of course, more information started coming out. And it started really tingling back in my head like, yo, what if that was my cousins or my homeboys, you know, my road dogs? And yo, that really started to really feel for the brother. So, you know, I made that post up about, you know, his speech about life and, you know, life is too short. I kid you not, on my kids, within 5 seconds of me posting that, my little cousin posted up a picture and a video of him and my aunt in a car accident. 2 o'clock in the morning, LA time, where somebody was speeding over the bridge, rear-ended them, and almost knocked them off the bridge into the water. It don't matter. You don't know what other people going through. And even though AJ, you know, we not on the best terms, man, I feel for this brother, man. Because it could have been my family, could have been my friends. And, you know, I feel like, man, it's mentally like kind of draining looking at this stuff all day online. And like I said, I didn't really see nothing too graphic until this morning. Was like, now I've seen a lot of crazy stuff in my life, man. I've seen dead bodies.
Video, y'all. Jordan, what's good, bro? What's good, my guy?
And man, I don't even know how to even express myself because, you know what I mean, I'm never really lost for words, bro. But yo, I know AJ, if he ain't got nobody really talk to like a real motherfucker like me, bro, send that dude my number, man. Send that dude my number, bro. If you want somebody to talk to, man, like I said, listen, man, we don't even gotta talk boxing, bro. We ain't even gotta talk boxing. It's fucked up. It's fucked up, man. Then you stop sharing the shit online, bro. Y'all really need to stop sharing that video online. Because my kids is online as well watching some of that stuff. My cousins out here watching them stuff online, bro. And them kids is underage, bro. Like, yeah, man, I feel for that. I'm hoping everybody flame is good. And I'm hoping, you know, speedy recovery. That's all I got to say, man. I got to do better. If it's not here, in Palestine, wherever in the world y'all at, man, we got to do better, bro. If we don't stick together, we finished.
Man, shout out to Big Baby Miller. Let me take this off real quick. Shout out to Big Baby Miller. You know what I mean? Those are some heartfelt words for AJ, man. You know what I mean? That had this terrible ass car wreck that he made it out of, but he lost 2 partners in the process. And like I said, man, you just never know, man. Shout out to Hardcore, the big homie, Hardcore Boxing News. What's good with it, Jay? How you feeling? Life is definitely precious, Lisa, man. It's unfortunate that, you know, you see people lose their life like that, but that's why I say, man, stuff be so early, but people don't waste no time making content with their narratives. And I'm gonna get into the couple of videos, but shout out to Big Baby Miller for extending that olive branch to AJ, a guy that was somewhat of a nemesis, right? They were supposed to fight. Didn't happen because of the positive PED tests and whatnot, but you know, he still extended that olive branch. It was real. You see, shed a tear. This should be real, man. And then y'all up here talking about, this happened because he didn't follow the script. So y'all, man, come on, man. We gotta make it make sense. I get it, but and it's crazy. I think the survivors obviously was AJ and then the driver. So that's crazy. But the conspiracies, like, and I love me a good one. But not like this. You get me? No, this ain't one of them. This ain't one of the good ones for me personally. So let me get to it. It's a couple short clips, bro, just to see. And it's more than just these, man. I ain't even gonna play them all. I got 2 of them. I just took 2 that I seen. I'm like, yeah, these people be tripping. But listen up, y'all.
Like a bit strange after a huge fight like that. Like, what if he didn't follow the script?
What do you mean by that?
What I mean by that is, what if there was hundreds of millions involved and the script didn't go to plan?
So you're suggesting a Matrix agent?
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying it's a bit suspicious, isn't it? You know
it could very well have been the Matrix. R.I.P. to his friends, though. Real talk.
And look, I listen. I've been hearing about those type of conspiracies for years and years, man. So I ain't new to them, but for me personally, this one just seemed like an unfortunate situation, man. And Everybody could have been finished. You know what I'm saying? I think the two survivors were on the same side of the car, so they happened to make it out. But them dudes gonna feel like shit for probably the rest of their life when it come to this. So it's tough to say that. And I get it. You say millions of dollars at stake, but don't keep telling me that they expected, Anthony Joshua to sell out. If y'all convinced yourselves at home that he was gonna sell out, just say that. But he didn't do it. Then some people like, nah, he just said F the script and knocked them out. Man, I don't think he ever was following one. He made it clear. He kept telling y'all. He was like, I don't know what people talking about. And y'all even went as far as to say that it couldn't be a knockout. Nah, it can't. They already said it could be no. Where? He knocked him out. So I never seen the script, bro. He got in there and commenced to piece and Jake ass up. I mean, got some ring rust off and he landed some big nasty punches on that dude. Broke both sides of his jaw. 7 teeth had to be removed. Like, bro, do that sound like a script? You get what I'm saying? So it's some people that really convinced themselves that this was some type of script that he had to follow in order to get a win. And I just think that's ridiculous. We all said it going into the fight. Why are they making this fight? Well, not all of us, but people were complaining, this AJ gonna kill him. And then all of a sudden, when he actually go out there and do it, it's like, nah, he didn't follow the script. It wasn't no script. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. Belt to his ass, man. Dude wasn't nowhere near his experience level, and it showed from start to finish. I don't care how rusty AJ might have been. He beat his ass. You know what I'm saying? Jake Paul put out a statement too. Yeah, he did. He did. Shout out to Jake, man. 704 Joe. What it do, man? You get what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. So look, I'm gonna get into the other one. Let's play the other clip.
So 9 days later, after what in my opinion was a ritual, Anthony Joshua has been involved in a car crash. And a serious car crash at that, because it killed 2 other Nigerian officials. Now listen, don't pay attention to anything that I say on this channel because I'm just a crackpot conspiracy theorist. But I wonder if this fight wasn't supposed to go like this. And I wonder if during the fight Joshua thought, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to knock this guy out. I'm going to choose to not follow the script. And then 9 days later, this happens. But like I said, these people love a ritual. Jake was sacrificed, Tate was sacrificed. And was this accident the result of someone not doing what they're told?
So, I mean, look, everybody got their right to, make their comment, come up with their theories and different things. I get it. We all do it to a degree, but for me, I just feel like and maybe I seen a video too, y'all, man. That's one of the worst videos I think you can see. You know what I'm saying? I think that's one of the absolute worst videos you could come across. It's crazy that people be like, I get it. Sharing it is like one thing, like sending it to somebody and only that person seeing it, like, yo, you seen this? This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But to like post it, like where you like posting it for everybody to see, I think that's much different, right? We've all had something. We share like wild videos, but not sharing them where like people that you don't need to see. You know what I'm saying? Where you just trying to, you know what I mean? I just think that's wild. I mean, and people was doing that, posting it up and having it so people could see it. And I'm not interested in that. That's wild. It's them click. I don't need them kind of clicks, bro. Them some rough. That situation is bad, man. It almost don't even look like it's a real situation. It's actually graphic as hell. Look, it's crazy, man. That's a crazy, crazy situation. But like I said, I wasn't gonna spend too much time on this. At the end of the day, look, Joshua was never part of no script, in my opinion, and he did what most people thought he would do. Some thought he should have did it a little sooner. So, you know what I mean? There's that. I just don't believe that it was anything to do with the script. I just think it was a messed up, unfortunate accident. Lucky that a couple people was able to walk away, and prayers to the people that didn't make it. That's tough. So, yeah, man, I ain't tying no conspiracy to that one. I don't feel that way. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel that way. I don't see it that way, G. So, you know what I mean? I feel people, I get it, but nonetheless, it's other shit to think about. Shout out to Big Baby Miller, Jake Paul, and everybody else that put out, some heartfelt statements, man, in this crazy time, because I know that's something. You just lost 2 partners, bro, and then had to see them like that. I know you feeling crazy right now. You know what I mean? So last thing he probably thinking about is boxing. So prayers to AJ and the families, man, and hopefully he able to move past it and be all right. You know what I mean? Well, let's keep rolling, y'all. We're going to cook for a little bit more. I got something else I want to talk about. We got to get to this. Give me a second. Let me pull this up. Oh, let me get this up. So yeah, man. Some people don't waste no time with them conspiracies. They be all over it. You see, dude called himself a crackpot conspiracy theorist. He already know what time it is. He know it sounds crazy, but he just had to throw it out there. And there's some people that's gonna eat it up and run with it. So we gonna see. We'll see, man. Hopefully he be all right. Take practice with them guys almost every day. Yeah, I think one was a strength and conditioning, and did he say a personal trainer and strength and conditioning coach, I believe. So I know that shit hurt. I know that's like, man, what the hell? You know what I mean? So definitely unfortunate. 100%. All right, man. Let's keep rolling. Let's get to this. Keyshawn Davis. He got recently announced his fight with Jaron Ortiz, and it was supposed to be Richardson Hitchens, right? And Keyshawn ended up getting the fight. And since then, he's been getting different criticism for whatever reason, from, being supported by Shakur to the fake brother talk to, him mentioning Devin Haney at 47. And I seen people saying that, he was clout chasing Devin Haney because, he's not at the weight class, whatever the case. But that clout chasing stuff is getting overblown. Look, at the end of the day, the dude said he wanted to go up to 47. And I think once he get there, then you could revisit that conversation. I don't think he need the clout of mentioning the guy's name when he already got his own clout. But I think in due time, I think it's a fight that could happen, especially if he gets up to 47 the way he said, right? He said he'll fight this fight with Jaron Ortiz, and he's looking to go to 47. So he did an interview with Inside the Ring show with Max and them, and we're going to get to it. But he definitely spoke about going to 147 after this fight. And he say, no, he can't be beat from 140 to 147. He said boxing is his division. He has some good things to say, man. I liked it, man. I like Keyshawn interviews, man. Just don't think he a clout chaser, bro. I just think, guys know what it is, man. You know what I mean? He said something about fighting Devin Haney at 47. Let's see if he still keeps the energy when he actually goes there, which I think he will, but we're going to see. So let's get to this, man.
Welcome back to Inside the Ring. I'm Max. That's Malik. That's Cop. And that's Shady.
What quit?
We now welcome in.
Yeah, I had to say that real quick, just to add to your point, Jordan. Definitely got a list with people that's 2 weight classes below him, and I think it was more than one person at that. Then more recently, your pops called out a guy that's out of commission right now, and that's also 2 weight classes away from you, and you don't even know when he coming back, but you still calling him out. That's not clout chasing. What is it? Because he clearly not coming right back and jumping at 147. Like, you get me? It's like, but people got to keep the same energy. That's definitely clout chasing. But I think at the end of the day, man, this needs to be understood. Keyshawn already had some buzz. You see what he was able to do with it when he had the fight in Norfolk, right? You seen he was able to bring people out. He got his own buzz, right? He could hold his own weight, bro. I don't think he needs clout by mentioning a guy name, right? And that clout shit is overblown, man. It's overstated. The bare mention of another guy doesn't automatically grant you some type of, you know what I mean? It doesn't automatically like make your career better. It's boxing. Guys are going to get called out. If the fighters that y'all represent, that y'all say are some of the best in the world, then you should understand that with that comes call outs. Even your favorite fighter said it, right? He understands that's what comes with the territory. He was once in these people's shoes. Well, he's going to get called out. So I don't think it was the biggest deal that he got called out. Just like I ain't make a big deal about y'all saying, you know, oh, we want Tank, knowing that, you know what I mean? He's not at 47. He say he wasn't even going back to 140, but y'all want to fight him now at 47. So it's kind of silly. Not at 40, but 47. That makes sense to me. So let's go, y'all.
Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn, welcome to the show. Before we get into anything, I got to say, I can't believe, I don't know if we've even talked about you on the show. If we have, it's just been brief. But you and Moses Atama are the two guys to me.
Yes, sir.
Who, when I look at the boxing landscape and I think, who's not yet a household name, who has a chance to be a superstar, the next thing in boxing because the level at which they perform, their personality, the whole thing, you south of heavyweight is the guy that I think of. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Max. Appreciate y'all. What's up, fellas?
What's up, champ? How you doing, man?
Businessman.
So you're coming off, let's call it a tumultuous year in your career, and you're now moving up to 140 pounds to take on Jaron Ortiz, a guy who's hard to look good against. We just saw Junto Nakatani move up and have a very hard time in his debut in the new weight class. What do you hope to accomplish against Ortiz?
Really just go back in there being myself. I've been out of the ring for some time now, so I just want to go back and just want to go in there and have some fun, really.
Okay, how did missing weight, some of the stuff you went through in the last year, how did missing weight, and I have a whole thing about this, like I hate day before weigh-ins, because when I was a kid and it was day of weigh-ins, no one missed weight. But now with day before weigh-ins, no one's fighting in the right division. They all try to dry out last second, and guys miss weight. Nevertheless, it is unprofessional to miss weight. How did missing weight affect you professionally? What have you taken from it?
I just got to be professional at all times when it comes to everything in this sport. You know, it's a dangerous sport, so I just had to take my wrong and right it and just, you know, see how I could just be better the next time. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Keyshawn, what's up, champ? Keyshawn, I'm very good friends with Dorset Barneswell, and he's always told me good things about you, man, even as a kid coming up when you was an amateur. So it's good to see you in this new light that you've been in. Coming back off your high hiatus, like every sportsman have been through, ups and downs in their career, I actually believe this is going to add fuel to your fire. Has your training and have your everything else stepped up since coming back? Because I watched a video the other day when you were saying you're back on the turkey card, and it just seemed like a new fire was relit. Am I right about that?
Honestly, yes. New fire has been lit. I had learned a lot off this layoff, learned a real lot.
Yes, sir.
And about myself, about the people I was working with, my loved ones and everything else. So this is a second chance for me, literally.
Yes, sir.
And I'm just blessed to have a second chance, especially off of the layoff. So I'm excited. I'm ready. I'm excited.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes you gotta hit your head on that wall, man, to realize where you need to tighten up at. And I think this could be a teachable moment. This could be a real lesson for this dude. Like, I've heard great things about him as a fighter. You know what I'm saying? And it's just all about keeping it together, staying focused, prioritizing, keeping the right people around you. That's things that he's trying to do now. So he did make some changes, and we'll find out if those changes help or hurt. You know, I don't think they're going to hurt him. I think they'll help him in the long run. So we'll see. Just look, you know what I mean? You got to mature. You got to grow up. You know what I'm saying? And he got a hell of a career ahead of him if he stay locked in.
The businessman. Real quick, it's a famous rapper that says, I'm a businessman, but I'm not a businessman. You know what that is? Or you don't know what that is?
No, you got the lyric wrong.
Tell him the lyric.
I'm a businessman, not a businessman.
Jay-Z, not a businessman. He is a businessman.
I'm a businessman. Anyway, I want to say this. You said a second chance. I was going to tell you this. Athletes, we always go through things, right? I don't care what sport it is. And I don't want to say it's a second chance. It's like, oh, you learn from that. Is there anybody, though, maybe boxers, friends, parents, right, relatives, that help you get to them tough times? Because we always go through them. Every athlete goes through it.
Yeah, I feel like, every great had that defining moment where they became that star to that superstar, or, you know, that bad guy to, you know, the world back loving him. I feel like every great had that moment. And I feel like, you know, this is my moment right here where I'm about to rewrite my chapter. And shouts out to my brothers, Kelvin and Keon. Shouts out to my mother, Wanda Davis. Shouts out to my sisters, Chantel and Shanice Davis. And just the DB3 family in general. Shouts out all of them. Y'all know how 2025 been for me. And without y'all, I wouldn't be here right now at all. So shouts out to my brothers, my core family, my sisters, my mother, and just the DB3 family in general. I appreciate that question.
Shady, you want to ask him any? You want to mess up any other rap lyrics to ask him?
I'm gonna look it up because I'm a Jay-Z fan.
You want to quote Rakim, misquote Rakim now? Or
he don't know Rakim.
No, he don't even know who Rakim is.
I want to move to.
I bet you, Max. Yo, it's crazy because Max really know the lyrics better than Shady, and that's crazy. Max had a video back in the day. He was a rapper, failed rapper or something. Go look up Max Kellerman. His video from back in the day. From what I'm hearing, in Pride, nope. Not from what I'm hearing, no. But I could be wrong, but we'll see. I'm hearing nope. No Bo Mac.
I do know Rakim.
Right. You do?
Okay, yeah. Okay. This man ain't no joke.
Now, I will say this. Out of everybody we talked about, Keyshawn Davis got talent, he can fight, and he got personality, though. But I think it's going to take that fight to really give you that clear stardom. Who was that fight? Because we seen like Crawford. Crawford's always been great, but he needed that fight against Canelo to put him on the map a certain way. Who was that fight for you, though?
Man, all I gotta do is keep doing what I'm doing, man. I feel like that fight would have been in June. You know what I'm saying? Now I feel like the fight is in January 31st. Like Jaron Ortiz, for Lomachenko, for Teofimo. He been on bigger stages than me, honestly. Even though I probably feel like I got the bigger name, it doesn't matter. That guy can really, really fight.
But you need a big fight, though, bro. Who the big fight?
Well, here's the thing. Let me jump in. Let me jump in. Go. What? Who?
When I do my thing with bro,
okay,
it's gonna be undeniable.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But the question about the big fight is a real one. Like, if you look at what you're now at 140 pounds, right?
Yep.
Shakur Stevenson, who you two are never going to fight. By the way, once upon a time, Kenny Norton and Joe Frazier had the same trainer, and they said they would never fight. But man, if it ever made sense, if they were the two guys left standing, they'd have had to. The Klitschko's never fought; they were brothers, right? Even when they ran the division. But if Shakur beats Teo, and he is favored to do so,
who the hell is Teo?
He's the 140-pound champ. And if he stays there for a minute, and that's your division, when the dust settles, if you two are the best dudes, what are you going to do?
Right.
I mean, I'm going to tell you like this, Max. Look, I'm 26 years old. I see the boxing landscape. I understand Shakur will be 140 champ, and that's my division. I feel like boxing is my division. I feel like I can really do whatever I want to do, and I know what I want to do after I beat Jermaine. I want to go to 147 and get a 147 title.
Oh, okay. There it is. They're going to secret who he's waiting for. Businessman, baby.
Yeah, Keyshawn, you're right, though. Jermaine Ortiz, tough guy to look good against. He gave Lomachenko hell. He gave Teofimo hell. So if you can look explosive against him, maybe even stop him, we got to give you a lot of credit. But also, I want to say I hope Wanda's doing well. And look, I'm not going to ask you about it, Keyshawn, because I know you don't want to talk about it. But how is training going for you now?
You're not going to ask him about the
trainer change. Yes.
Like you had a trainer change. We understand that that's something that you're not going to talk about right now. But it is a legitimate question to find out how training is going for you now with the new situation.
Did y'all get a chance to see my live when I was flexing?
I seen you. You was ripped up. I seen you.
That's how training is going, baby.
You're always pretty ripped up, though.
Let me tell you.
Even when you're missing weight, you're kind of ripped up. Yeah.
I don't play. But look, let me tell y'all. Since August, I've been training. I've been ready. I just needed a date.
Like I told you, sportsmen all go through things. You've been through your ups and downs. But something that I admire about you as well is you always speaking on your spirituality and how you stand close to God. Continue to do.
It's not a duck. The thing is, who's offered Keyshawn a Shakur fight or vice versa? You can't duck each other. Nobody's trying to make the fight. They just telling you they won't fight each other. They're not in each other's way. It don't even make sense for them to fight each other right now. That wouldn't even make sense realistically. He about to fight Teofimo, and he fight Jermaine Ortiz, somebody that fought Teo. He building. They had different points and different trajectories right now in their career. You know what I mean? Keyshawn is on his way up. up. Trust me. But it don't make sense. It's just people are frustrated because they're vocal about a fight that nobody even behind boxing is trying to make right now. You get what I'm saying? But I don't feel like it got anything to do with ducking. I ain't gonna get into all the different reasonings, but you just follow the careers. You will hear clearly why they don't want to fight each other, and it makes clear sense to me. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But like I said before, if their circumstances was different and they couldn't make money unless they fought each other, I'm pretty sure they'd think about it differently.
Do that, brother, because God love you no matter what you've been through. You ask for forgiveness and push forward, man, and He love you.
This is an interview?
Thank you, bro.
It's an interview, man. He's a man of Christ. Come on, man. Yes.
What are you, his uncle? Listen,
No, man,
during the press conference of this card coming up a couple weeks back in New York, Keyshawn, we saw you get into it with Richardson Hitchens. Not to overlook Ortiz, but is that the fight you want most next year? Is it Richardson Hitchens?
Let me tell y'all what's the plan, because I feel like it's what's going to happen. So y'all can just start asking. Look, after I beat Jaron Ortiz, God willing, I'm gonna go to 147 and I'm gonna become a 147 champion, and then I'm gonna defend it against somebody at 147.
Devin Haney?
Who at 147? Is it Devin Haney?
Yeah.
Because that's a pound for pound brother right now. And we.
They don't like that, y'all. Shout out to them. They don't like that. And again, how is that messing up boxing because he won't fight one person? The dude talking about going up an additional weight class, being a champion there, and then unifying with a certain somebody that people think he won't fight. You get me? I would love to see it. So look, these are just words right now. He still got to stand on it and get it done. But let's see. I like it, man. I like it, Z. I like it. I like the talk. I like the 47 talk, man. But let's see. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. You get me, Jordan? Let's see. They don't like that. He facing some scrutiny. So look, it's just all about making the best opportunities for yourself. They're going to call people out. Call-outs happen all the time. That don't mean the fights are going to always happen. My thing is, as long as you ain't got no history of just not standing on business or turning down fights, I'm cool, man. I just understand that everything ain't in their control, man. I'm pretty sure if he can pick his fights, some of these guys that, people think he won't fight, he would. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep rolling now.
Ask you, who's a fight that's going to put you on that pound for pound list? Devin Haney's at 147, right? And he got a belt.
Now he is, yeah.
And you say you want 147. I mean, what we doing? What we talking about?
Names.
We talking about January 31st. I'm gonna look great, God willing, and in the future, we going big.
Meantime, Richardson Hitchens, I'm not going to get off the Hitchens thing, has said you talk more than you fight and that you, quote, cannot take a punch. Keyshawn, where did that tension start? Why does it sound personal between you two? Come on. I've been doing this a long time, kid. Let's go.
Hey,
Africa.
Man. Hold on, Max. Max need to calm his ass down, don't he? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Max need to calm down. Talking about, come on, kid. Like, hold on, calm your ass down, Max. You know what I mean, let the businessman get it out. Light skin business. What's good with it, bro? Max was amped up.
Where did that tension start? Why does it sound personal between you two? Come on. I've been doing this a long time, kid. Let's go.
No, A1 Hoop Zone.
Africa need to freaking stop smelling himself.
Right.
For real. He need to relax. Africa, I realized, Africa went pro at 2016. I was still amateur at 2016. I went pro to 2021. Now, I'm not even really trying to fight for your belt. Trying to go to 140. Like, Africa, you need to relax and stop disrespecting, bro. Like, it's one thing to talk trash, but bro, we all fighters. We all come from the same type of areas. Just stop being disrespectful, bro. Show people respect. Stop throwing business out there on Twitter. Like, just talk boxing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of narratives in boxing don't be about boxing, and I feel like he's one of the fighters that don't talk boxing. You know, so
I feel that.
like, stop smelling yourself a little bit. I understand we become champion and all that. Like, I understand, But just relax a little bit, bro, and stop being disrespectful, bro. And I bet a lot more opportunities will start coming your way.
No doubt.
Yeah, Keyshawn, and look, we know, right? You and Hitchens were in talks to fight.
Man. I mean, everybody say that type of stuff, man. Ultimately, though, I don't think that's what's stopping the fight because how Africa was talking. I just don't think that was the fight on the table for Keyshawn. And some matter of fact, to a degree, I did hear that some money demands was made, and I don't think guys is willing to pay that amount. You know what I mean? I think Hitchens said something about 2 million, 2.5 or something like that. And, obviously, I guess people weren't willing to pay that. So, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I think those are two real fighters. I think they'll fight each other. The situations has got to make sense for these fighters, man. It's always deeper than ducking. Like, don't get me wrong. Some guys just be avoiding quality opposition and, maneuvering and dodging around certain fights. But I don't think Hitch is a scary guy. You know what I'm saying? He said he's going to have an announcement soon on another opponent that'll be better than Jaron Ortiz. So let's see. I think a Frank Martin fight would make great sense, man. That'd be a great fight at 40. Be a great fight for him. Imagine him clearly pricing himself out. Yeah, he asked for a little too much. Malaza was good with it. Let's keep going. Yeah, being the part, play the part, but you got to be the part too. Yeah, Hitchens ain't
on this card, January 31st. It was kind of close to getting done. Didn't in the end. What happened there?
Shit, I'm not even gonna lie. This is what happened. I was at my community event, December 22nd. It's crazy. It's crazy. So I'm on high right now. So after the event, I get a phone call. The guy said, "Yo, Key, I don't know what happened, but something happened. You fighting January 31st. I'm about to see the contract." For real? Word? Bet. Just like that. He sent me the contract. I signed that same night. And literally the next morning, I see Africa and bro arguing on Twitter and shit. I'm like, damn. I kind of feel bad.
Was good.
Whatever. But yeah, that's what happened.
So
I got a heart, bro.
Keyshawn,
you stole the spot.
This past June, backstage, things got ugly.
Yeah.
For you and your family following the homecoming card. We don't need to go over the details of what happened, but I do want to ask you, what do you say to boxing fans like me who believe that you have the potential for greatness, right? For greatness. We were talking about all show guys who are like that. When you look at certain guys, we watched the Monster and Nakatani over the weekend, and you look at the Monster, you go, he is like that. Shady is not convinced about Nakatani, right? You see Bam Rodriguez. There's a reason everyone in the world, including the top fighters, puts Bam top 4 pound for pound because you put your eyes on him. He looks different. You are one of those guys, and I still consider you a prospect, like in that phase of your career. You haven't had the top fights yet.
Come on, but that doesn't determine if he a prospect or not. Max, come on, Max. You know boxing well enough to know the man fought for a title, bro. You ain't no damn prospect. You wildin'. I get the point that you're trying to make, but you can't call a former champion a prospect. You can't go backwards, only forwards. He's still early in his career. I know Max too damn intelligent to say that, though. Come on, man. You know more boxing than that. I get it. He ain't got a whole shit ton of fights, but the man ain't no prospect, bro. The man ain't no damn prospect.
Or contender.
Yeah, let's
look at Keyshawn.
When my eyes are on you,
I
go,
he
that
damn
dude,
sure ain't no contender. Max, he had a belt. What are you talking contender? Yeah, 140-pound contender. You can say that, but he's just not a contender. Like, bro, stop, man. Max tripping, bro. His ass tripping.
Is like that. So what do you tell people like me who are worried that you could derail yourself along the way? Is there anything you'd like to say about that to reassure anyone?
Yeah, man, and that's a an honest question. You know what I'm saying? And over this time that I was sitting down reflecting, thank God I had people in my corner that was telling me things, all my wrongs, and how I could have went about things differently, and maybe what led to that, and how to move forward from that situation. And I really sat down and listened for months and months, and just praying more. And the Bible says, be quick to listen and slow to speak. So all the summertime, I was quick to listen.
Amen.
I kept
Malik
telling
is
people
happy
I ain't
about
have,
this.
I ain't
Amen.
have no
Yes,
answers.
I am.
I just got facts. So I was just telling them facts. I ain't have no answers, and that's just what it was. So I was listening to my corner, my family, and I'm back and better.
Now I know you spoke earlier about like family, right? Because we all need family, and don't beat yourself up too much. You was wrong, whatever, but it's a lot of boxers that have done worse. Okay. Have you ever reached out to someone, and I don't want to say some of the names, but you know some boxers got in trouble with different things, right? Way worse things. Do you ever get a chance to reach out to some of them older guys? Say, hey, man, how do I deal with stardom? Because we all on the show think that you a superstar in the making, for sure. You got everything, the total package.
Can be, but that's why we're asking these questions.
But that's what I'm saying. Do you ever ask maybe some of these superstars that had a lot of time like he did, right, that helped them out or didn't help them out, maybe for some guidance?
First of all, shouts out Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah,
without him, I wouldn't be here right now neither.
They hate that.
Let's talk about Shakur because y'all just keep riding his wave.
Nah, Key, don't do that.
About us not fighting.
They punching the
without
air
him,
right
I
there.
wouldn't be here right now neither. And let's talk about Shakur because y'all just keep riding his wave about us not fighting. Back then I was telling y'all how I was going through all that mental home stuff, and he was the one that was calling me. And now from this June situation, like two points of my lowest times, he was there.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
This
right.
time y'all actually got to witness.
What did I
So
just
like y'all
say,
keep talking
man?
about me and him fighting, bro. I would never fight Shakur. Like, y'all just need to kill that for real.
Mm-hmm.
But Shakur was one person I reached out to like on that level, and he just giving me game. Yeah, y'all already know how we rock. Adrian Broner reached out to me.
AB, yeah.
Giving me game. Hey, shouts out Southside. Southside, to the producer. Southside reaching out to me like, yo, get back in the Chance the Rapper. Chance the Rapper reached out
Talk
to me.
about it, Key.
Shoot. I gotta go through the DMs. Like a lot of people surprisingly who was just like, hey, Sauce Walker reached out to me. A lot of people surprisingly was just like, yo, get back. We miss you. You know, so hey, shouts out to y'all, man, for real. Shouts out Jay Prince. You know?
People remember who
They hate
encouraged
that.
them when.
So again, I ain't even got to explain it. He said that shit the quickest way possible. He said, bro, and I've been saying this. Why would he want to fight somebody that was there when he was at his lowest points twice and his highest point with his baby being born? He said, I'm never fighting him. Get over it. It's not that deep. This is not that deep. But that's a real ass reason. There's nothing fake about that. That's your career. That man really just said if it wasn't for Shakur, he wouldn't be here right now. Like, basically, kill that. Stop asking me about fighting him. Damn, I just told y'all, like, it's starting to get annoying. Like, and it's crazy how people will try to make it because he's standing on his square, make him less of a fighter because he don't want to fight a guy that he rock with for real outside of boxing. That's weird to me. He's still a dog, still one of the best young talents in the sport. And I think January 31st, they both going to show why they're the Bash Brothers of boxing. There's going to be a lot of Trey Styles that night. People going to be punching the air that night, I believe. Can't wait to that date, man. That's a great card coming up. But let's go. This is almost over.
When they were
The
low,
hard times,
right?
absolutely.
When you're going through the
Yes,
hard times,
yes.
you remember who
That's real.
maybe even just gave you a word of advice. So I know you're not going to fight
Superman,
Shakur.
what up?
Would you ever fight Shakur? No, I'm just kidding. In your mind, though, how do you see Teo against Shakur playing out? Because you want me to tell you the truth, like this fight could have been the winner's bracket fight. In other words, they're jumping to it, but at the end of the era, it may have been Teo and Shakur, especially if you would never fight Shakur, right? How do you see this fight playing out?
I see it playing out, let's say, I see it starting off slow.
Okay.
And then I see as Shakur wins the first round, as Shakur wins the second round, slowly, I think Teo is going to eventually start picking it up and start imposing his will.
Right.
And then, it's just going to go from there. That's how I think it's going to go.
That's a fair assessment.
That's a fair one.
Especially for that to be his brother.
I think it's going to be
Keeping it
close.
real.
I think it'll be closer than people think.
Teo was
I think it'll be closer than people think.
good.
Hey, one thing I can say, though, because, I've been seeing, we've been amateur together and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Teo can fight.
I'm telling you that. Teo can fight.
Winning back
If you said he couldn't, you'd be lying.
Right. That's a real assessment, though. I think Shakur still wins, but it'll be closer than what people think.
Teo is
nice.
a lot, man, no doubt.
Yeah, and Keyshawn, speaking of Teo, you've been vocal about your desire to fight Teofimo Lopez. And of course, I was there in Las Vegas, right, when you FaceTime Teo. Now Teo's fighting Shakur Stevenson. But do we see Keyshawn and Teo at some point?
How was T.O. acting when I FaceTimed him? Since you brought it up, how was he acting?
You tell me. You tell the people.
Get him, Keith. Get it.
Why do I gotta tell you?
You got to tell him anyway.
Right.
How was he acting?
Yeah, how's he acting?
Hey, all I'm gonna say is he was not motivated.
Right.
He kept saying he wanted
Hey,
boots.
but look,
he kept saying he wanted boots.
What you asked me again? Because I want to answer that. What'd you say?
No, do we see you and Tio fight in the future?
Oh, depending on what Shakur do with him.
Hey, losing to Shakur, though, that can't be a death sentence, right? We can still see Tio
It
back.
depends how bad he loses.
I was about to say.
So you think it's going to be bad?
Let's say he loses a competitive fight.
Yeah,
I think that would be the most common answer is Shakur.
The thing is, you can't just ask him about if y'all gonna see that fight. I hate that question because the other guy gotta want to fight. He already told Keyshawn, don't call him out. He already act like he didn't want to fight him. You never know, because fighting Shakur surprised me to a degree too, especially after some of the people he said no to. So I don't know, but you can't really ask him that. You don't know what the future will hold. You don't know if Tio gonna want to fight. You just don't know.
Or outpoints him in a very competitive fight.
Beats him.
What then? What then for you and Teo?
For the businessman, huh?
All right, cool. Okay, since you worded it like that, I don't, because I won't go say that shit. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what the future holds. I just know what I want to do, and I want to go to 147 and become a champion. Because I just feel like them guys just can't beat me from 140 to 147. And I just feel like, I'm a surprise the boxing world. I'm small. I just moved to 140, and I'm gonna be fighting guys naturally bigger than me, and I'm gonna be stopping them. Knocking them out.
I remember.
And that's gonna be very entertaining.
Yeah,
I remember when Floyd
Very entertaining.
Mayweather told me when he was still 130 pounds that he wanted to fight Felix Trinidad. And at the time, that fight never happened. And who knows how it would have gone down. But at the time, I'm like, Floyd, 130 pounds, this dude is a big 47-pounder. But Floyd, as we saw, moved all the way up and
it worked
beat
out.
everybody on the way. Maybe it can be done. And Keyshawn, not to sound patronizing or anything like that, like I know better, any of us do, but I've seen fighters who are super talented and who looked like they had the world in the palm of their hand. We've talked about Hector Camacho earlier in the show, who was their fastest. You can't believe, and no matter what ups and downs they went through, you're like, yeah, but it's this dude. It's going to turn out all right. And then one day you turn around, you go, oh my God, their prime is over already. And no matter how good they were, they didn't do everything that we thought they were going to do. And so this is, I guess, from me to you or from us to you, hoping that you are someone who really has learned whatever lessons you needed to learn in your maturing process, because talent-wise, we all believe on this show that you can be the next face of boxing. For
sure.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank y'all.
That's a VA boy right there.
And I ain't gonna let y'all down. Trust me. I'm gonna be, even though I really don't want the attention. I really genuinely don't want the attention, but I'm gonna be the face of boxing because of my talent and because of my charisma. And I do know that. I just gotta stay grounded, stay prayed up, and I'm gonna walk into it. But
That's right.
I got y'all, man. Don't
That's
worry
right.
about it. The businessman's
Prayed up,
back. He's back and
Hey,
better.
you from Michael Vick's hood and you from Allen Iverson. They both been through stuff. And you see how their career turned
And he's
out.
from
You
Purnell-
good, dog.
Purnell
You
Whitaker's
good.
hood, too.
Purnell.
Purnell Whitaker's
Oh, yeah,
hood,
Purnell.
too.
Purnell. You good, dog. You good.
Purnell, you said the magic word. Purnell
I knew
Whitaker.
Max worked on
Oh,
that,
yeah,
bro.
that's that
Hey,
dude.
y'all reached out to me too.
Who?
Shouts out Allen Iverson for sure.
Hey,
Yeah,
all right,
they
listen.
been through
Key,
stuff, man.
thank you for joining us. Appreciate it.
All right, champ.
Best of luck. Stay out of trouble. Make the weight. Coming up, Better BF versus Benavides. This is Inside.
Max was a little too animated with Key, man. You can calm his ass on down some, don't he, y'all? Max need to comment and make weight. Man, stay out of trouble. He been staying out of trouble. You know what I mean? Players mess up. He missed weight, but he be back. He all right, He made a little mistake, But it was a cool little sit down. Look, I like some of the stuff he said there, in terms of, going back and getting his mind right. He said he back. I think he back. He focused. He looked like he in shape. You don't see him like letting himself go and nothing, looking out of shape. I don't think he'll allow that to happen again. I think it was a mishap on his behalf. I think he did some things real wrong, and he paid the consequences for it. I think that shit hurt enough where he'd never want to feel that again. Because, you know, I had to, you know, when I had the opportunity to interview Shakur, you know, I asked him about that, you know, the missing of the weight. He said that was one of the worst feelings he ever for him, missing weight and losing his belts on the scale. So Keyshawn not only losing his belt on the scale as well, missing a big opportunity to perform in front of his home crowd. That probably been down there another sellout event. You get what I'm saying? And the title defense, $1 million payday as well. That shit all sting from a financials to, you know, career-wise, it's a hit. You take a hit. So I think Keyshawn is going to bounce back in a real way. He'll be all right. You get what I'm saying? I think he'll be just fine, bro. Yeah, I think he'll be just fine. Like I said, everything will be where it needs to be. You know what I mean? The businessman Davis. I don't know why my camera was just tripping like that. I like him throwing shots, only motivate him. Yeah. So I started a podcast at J Prince Spot. Never got in trouble again. Shout out to Bob the Heads, man. So yeah, man, I like it. I don't think this young man no clout chaser. I think he the real deal. His talent would suggest that. He gonna talk shit and have fun, call people out just like every other fighter. It's part of boxing, man. It makes the sport go round. But I think every single time you've seen him fight, he showed you exactly what he made of and who he is as a fighter. The most I've seen him lose a couple rounds at the most in a fight, right? He don't lose a lot of rounds. This kid go in there and he beat you up. He go through the gears, he go to the body, he sets things up behind the jab. He got a mean uppercut, got some solid hooks. He got a nice bag, got a good offensive arsenal. He's defensively responsible. He knows how to slow a fight down, control the pace. It's a lot of you know how to smother your offense, neutralize you. Like Keyshawn got a hell of a pedigree. That Olympic pedigree shows every time he fight. He's a smart dude. I think he's gonna go far, bro. It's just a little hiccup, little setback. He'll be back. You know what I'm saying, in the mix where he need to be. So I don't think you know what I'm saying? I don't think he ruined his career, none of that. Just a little setback, you know what I'm saying? And in the meantime, he just stay focused. He made some changes, so hopefully that helps him move forward. Lance, what it do? You know what I mean? Yeah, he definitely gained, bro. He got that makeup, man. Tim Bradley was giving him his flowers too. Let me play a little short video from Bradley. Bradley was talking about Keyshawn.
Yo, Tim Dazn Bradley, you already know the damn rest. Yeah, I'm here chilling at my wife's establishment. Anyways, just got some news. It's been spread across YouTube, as you know. Keyshawn Davis is now officially on the card. Shakur Stevenson card, and he's facing Jaron Ortiz. Wow, what happened, Hitchens? What the hell happened? Anyway, let me get a little promotion. My wife's, anytime y'all come out to the desert, House of Poke, come out and see my wife's joint, House of Poke, man.
Tim wasn't trash, not at all.
Let me get back
got
to
a
this
successful
video,
career.
man.
Tim, a Hall of Famer.
Hey, this gonna be a damn good fight right here, man. For real.
Tim got some really good wins.
Good fight.
And he fought some people on the way up.
You know, they're pretty good at everything. You know, Jaron Ortiz is pretty damn athletic himself. Good speed, you know. Good hand speed, good counter-punching ability, good boxing skills. He understands the sweet science. You got Keyshawn Davis, you know, extremely adaptive. Yeah, he's a guy that likes everything on his own terms. It's gonna be a hell of a matchup, man. It's gonna be a good one. I'm looking forward to seeing that one on the card. Co-main event, to say. Keyshawn came out earlier, you know, December-ish, and was like, hey, I'm on the card, and then he wasn't on the card, you know, and now he's back on the card. Seen him flexing, you know, on the social media, flexing and stuff, man. Dude look like he's in good shape. You know, so I'm really looking forward to this fight, but, you know, I'm curious to know y'all thoughts, man, about it. I'll say one more thing before I bounce out, man. You know, one thing that's been kind of pending up on my mind about Keyshawn Davis. Since, you know, Terrence Crawford has left and, you know, retired from the sport so far. You know, you never know when he's going to come back or if he does come back. However, I think the closest thing to Terrence Crawford, the closest fighter that could, I don't want to say emulate, but he has a damn good chance of at least attempting to do what Crawford did, It's Keyshawn Davis. He does. Similar in attributes. Good power, great boxing ability, hell of an IQ, Olympic silver medalist.
Yeah, well, shout out to Sonny. What's good, my guy?
Has the intangibles as far as what's internal. Kid is a killer. Yeah, he can. Oh yeah, he definitely want to knock you out. He definitely want to hurt you. He got a lot of spite in him. A lot of pent up pain. I'll just say that. He got a lot of that up in him. I can tell. However, you got to get just right mentally, man. If he was just to focus solely on the sport, focus solely on his family, and kind of leave the outside alone, surround himself around good people that's going to help him, be better, build his character, help strengthen his character. That was one thing that my wife did. My wife helped strengthen my character, when I was out partying and, drinking and, hanging out and trying to be normal, that was one of the things my wife told me. Like, hey, I hear you have a dream, but you ain't gonna get there, doing all them crazy things, man. You doing, you gotta be as clean as fish booty, and that's good enough to eat, right? That's good enough to eat. So, if Keyshawn can become, good enough to eat, clean, not assuming anything, guys. I'm just saying, you hear things through the grapevine. I see things, I have eyes, I can see, but if he can just stay in the right course, the right path, build his character, which when you build your character and then you learn how to resist things, kid he got an opportunity to come close to duplicating something close to Terrence Crawford, man. The guy can fight. The guy can fight, man. He got a ton of skill. And if he's right, I got him beating Ortiz. Maybe even probably stop him. Yeah, but he got to be right. And he got to be hungry. Anyways, that's my time. Tim Desert Storm Bradley, you already know the damn rest. I'm out.
You already know the rest. I like that from Tim, man, because as a former fighter, a current Hall of Fame fighter, whether you like him or not, he was a dog, man. He had a lot of heart. He was game. He fought him, tough as hell. He did his thing. Successful career, had the fights with Pacquiao, managed to get a win that people felt like he shouldn't have got. But it is what it is. He was able to pull one off. They ran it back 2 more times. He fought him 3 times, man. He stamped himself in the Hall of Fame, and he only went out with what? I think only losing to Manny. You know what I mean? Having the 2 losses. You know what I mean? And maybe I think a draw on his resume, something to that effect. But you know what I mean? Not Pacquiao in that second and third fight, Serrata, he put hands on Timmy. I ain't gonna hold you. He put hands on Timmy in that second joint. I ain't gonna lie to you, he did. He did it, man. He's putting hands on that man, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. But shout out to Tim, man. He breathed some life into Keyshawn. Like I said, I like that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Let me play the clip. Right? Clip one
We the
time.
best boxers in the town. We the best boxers. Stop playing, bro. We got Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis, Bud Crawford. We the best. Stop playing. Who can beat us? Nobody. Stop playing. We got Mike Tyson right here. We got Mike Tyson. We are the best. We the best fighters right here. Stop playing. Yeah. Yeah. You can't get this going on.
Bro, it's a whole party. Shout out to C-Wood. What's good with it? Before the circus become the well wishes, I'm extending the happiest, healthiest, most prosperous year to you all. Shout out to you, C-Wood, man. Happy New Year to you and everybody in the building. I got like a clip or 2 left for y'all, and we gon' head out. Well, I got a couple clips that I'm gonna play real quick because You know, it's been a lot of talk about Teal and Shakur. People been breaking this fight down. They chasing it, man. They chasing it.
Teal, unlike all the other guys from the Four Kings or whatever you want to call them, he's the only one that's been in there with guys that fight off the back foot. We've never seen Shakur face that. We never seen Devin face that. I think Tank might have faced that. So Teal got that experience. Now, if he puts it all together, doesn't chase Shakur, he's the champion. Keep the fight in the middle of the ring. If the fight is in the middle of the ring at a seesaw counter for counter, Teofimo all day. And he's capable of sparking him. Even though he hasn't knocked nobody out in a minute, he fought guys that were bigger and guys that forced him to move around. Shakur Stevenson got buckled by William Cepeda his last fight. I don't care what anybody said. He almost got knocked out. Yes, he did. Tio at his best, in his best performances against Josh, against Loma, against Richard Comey, against Barboza, looked better than Shakur in his best performances. Dudes are really counting this dude out. They talking about Tio like this is the Mexican with flat feet. They talking about Tio like this is Danny Garcia with the no-look hook. This guy is the slickest black fighter out of all the fighters that's not even black.
Slickest black fighter is crazy. Slickest black fighter is crazy. And it's very subjective, a lot of that stuff that he was saying. And Tio and Devin fought the same person in Lomachenko. That's a back foot guy. That's a guy that can fire off the back foot. So he was a little incorrect with some of what he was saying. I get it. You have your assessment, but people not talking about Tio like he's some flat-footed Mexican. They talking about Tio like a fighter that's shown him he's capable of losing to a guy that's deemed not on his level in the George Kambosos. He's shown us against Nakatani that he struggles against some tall fighters. Not saying Shakur is tall, but we've seen it. Seen him struggle with Sandor Martin, who I think is a southpaw, right? The check hooks was on point. Shakur got a pretty damn good check hook. So, there's some things there. Jaron Ortiz also gave some trouble. So you saying counter for counter, he'll just beat him. You got him all day. Shit, Shakur got the highest plus-minus ratio in the game and some of the absolute best defense in the game. So it's like, I don't know, counter for counter. You can't just say he going to win for sure, right? He ain't been in there with nobody like Shakur, and he said it. Like, y'all only see it one way, he being the best fighter Shakur fought, but that shit is the same way on the other side. And I think the fight is going to play out like that. Yeah, he called him black. That Teal said out slick Sandor Martin, though. You know what I mean? He damn sure didn't out slick him. So I don't know what they talking about. He didn't out slick Jaron Ortiz neither. You get me? So all right, that was a little crazy, but let's keep going.
I think they did it, though, Bill. You've been trying to get T.O. on contract for a while. How you think Shakur was able, or James Prince for that matter? Like, what you think happened there?
I think that he took the lesser of the two evils.
Who's the two evils, Devin and who?
Devin and Shakur. He took Shakur he took Shakur because he's thinking that he has an advantage over Shakur that he doesn't have over Devin.
Meaning advantage in what, height and weight?
No, just from a skill set standpoint. They're two different fighters. They're highly skilled, but they're two different skill sets. In fairness, the same thing that he said, that eventually it's set up for a bigger fight. But the fight that you choose to take first is the one that you're taking, and that's with Shakur Stevens.
To a certain degree, man, I agree with Bill. He's saying the lesser of the two evils. He put it the way he put it. I think he do feel like he got advantages over Shakur, mixed with the fact that he's been turning down fights. I think that would obviously the best option of namesake, right? It's a lot to be proved there. And I don't think he's as scary as what people may think. I think Tio is a bit of a puzzle to a degree in terms of really understanding what the hell going on up in his head. But I think he likes it to be that way. But nonetheless, man, he showed you that he'll get in there and fight. He was young and he got in there with a Loma that was looked at as one of the absolute best. So he's shown the willingness to get in there. Beat up the way he beat up Josh Taylor. He's shown you that. But when it came to these slick, quote unquote black fighters, he ain't been too anxious to get in the ring and share the ring with these dudes. But I do think he got some advantages over Shakur. At least that's what I think he feels. And maybe for that reason, he feel like he can exploit him and beat him, but we'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see. I think he only said something about that. I think, listen, I don't care for the rehydration clause stuff too much, but I think it's a lot of misinformation as to why that's even in place. People make it seem like having that is I can see if it's a situation where you're making somebody like shrink down to a certain weight that they're not and putting a rehydration clause like the Chris Eubank shit. But a dude that's fighting arguably out of his weight class because he's not no 47-pounder. So that's why he said it. You know what I'm saying? I can see if these dudes, he was a natural 47-pounder, or if he even planned on campaigning at 47. If you plan on campaigning there, I feel like you should fight whoever. But if it's like a one-off, I could understand you saying that when the dude that you fighting is probably going to rehydrate to probably any close to 170 or so. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. But people make it seem like it's some type of way to weaken your guy or something like that. But if you go look it up, then by definition, you'll see with it, the rehydration is in place so guys don't get, too big. Shout out to my queen, the baby girl, man. And Theo chose Christian because of size differential, not because he thinks Dev is better. Yeah, I think size differential too. Size differential, him not being at the weight class, feel like he knew her. Maybe he could take advantage of that, right? It's probably some things there. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see, though, man. It's going to be a great fight, I suppose, man. I'm looking forward to the whole card. I see some fans was pushing that Keyshawn. The only reason the card is selling because of Keyshawn. And you know how stupid of a narrative that is, because first they told you their card wasn't selling, but all you had to do was look, and you could see that was false. And Keyshawn just got added not too long ago. So how many tickets could have sold since the announcement of him? I ain't saying he couldn't have sold no tickets, but people are so divisive, and they try to find any way to discredit somebody, even if they got to create a narrative that's not true. So I don't think the only reason the card is selling is because of Keyshawn. I think the card is selling because of the people that's on it, all of them involved. I think people come out to see Shakur. I think him and Tio as a main event is a great fight in and of itself. And I think they filled that with a really solid undercard a really good undercard that people could appreciate and enjoy. So I'm looking forward to it. And I can't wait to see it, man. Last clip, man. I had a short clip where they was discussing the most disappointing boxers 2025. Let's see.
Gervonta Tank Davis, super explosive. Anywhere you go, when it's a fight for him, it's a circus. Everybody's come out to see it. You fight Lamont Roach. You a Baltimore, you a badass from Baltimore? You have not a tie, but a draw.
Yes.
And you don't go get that back? Okay, cool. Then you go fight Jake Paul. And then that gets canceled.
Right.
So where we at with it, dog?
What's going on here? Shady with 2 amazing points back to back.
Right?
I can't believe it, but
oh wow, the hate is true.
He's saying you're a chat GPT or
something. That's the opposite of hate.
Who's your disappointment of the year?
I'm going to go with Keyshawn Davis, and it was really refreshing to hear Keyshawn's answers. I thought he was very mature today in our interview, so I'm hoping for the best. He's most disappointing for me because, like you, Max, I think he has superstar potential, and he had everything teed up for him.
The reason I have hope for Keyshawn is I don't know how Tank would react to being called the disappointing fighter of the year, but I bet you Keyshawn would agree with you. Like that, and that mentality that Keyshawn has right now gives me more hope for his future. Who's your pick for disappointment fighter of the year?
My pick.
Man, Shady said Tank, and I understand why he said it, but it'll just be a hell of a bounce back year. Tank come back 2026 and start kicking ass and taking names again. Same thing with Keyshawn. I can understand because he was on such a great path and, trajectory was trending upward and he was headed to, to that stardom level, man. I think he's still right there, but he just took a little, a step back or two with the situation. And I think with a fight on January 31st on Shakur's card, eyes will be on him. Then get a co-main just like that. People are going to enjoy watching them dudes fight, man. And eyes going to be on him for better or for worse. They're going to tune in and see him do his thing. And they're going to be right there hate watching him and Shakur, the Bash brothers of boxing, do what they've been doing. You know what I mean? Keep proving people wrong. Keep showing why they some of the best talents. That's what I expect from both of them. But they're both in real fights. You know what I mean? Competitive fights. For sure, Jaron Ortiz is a talented guy, experienced guy. He's fought Albright. They both fought Albright. He fought Adorno. He fought Tio. He fought Loma, right? Got experience. So Keyshawn has that to deal with. But I believe that pedigree, his mental makeup, and the way his approach to the game is going to get him to win. His overall skill set, the way he controls the fight, distance as well, and slows the pace down if need be, goes through the gears properly and slowly breaks his man down or like systematically like picks his guy apart. That's what I like to see from Keyshawn. So can't wait to see this fight, man. It should be a fun one to watch. And the biggest question for me is what kind of approach Jaron Ortiz is going to have. Is he going to play the back foot? Is he going to try to be aggressive and on the front foot? Because I've seen him do both. And I've seen him had some rough fights against guys that are deemed not on Keyshawn Davis's level. So I know although he got more fights and more experience, you got more of a sample size to see him look vulnerable in fights, multiple fights. You know, the Adorno fight, my guy, shout out to my guy Dante, was sending me some clips. And I forgot he was getting knocked around from Adorno, got knocked in the ropes, knocked down. He was getting hands put on him, man. You know, for him, he got to find that balance, that median between, you know, attacking and being defensive, right? He can't be too much of either or. I think too much on the front foot gets him clipped or possibly stopped by Keyshawn or chopped up. I think playing the back foot will lead to a lackluster fight. And then, you know, Key going to be pressing the action. It's not going to look good in his favor. So he got to find some balance with his approach to how he going to fight this fight for sure. Shout out to my dog, Ernest. What's good with it, fam? Man, happy New Year to you, man. You know we had a great year, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Look, another dope build in the books. Wasn't going to keep y'all super long. Shout out to everybody that's still in here. 40 people are still in the building. Hit the like button, sub to the channel. I don't know. We might come back for a late stream, man, right before the year out. We might do that. But if not, we'll be here tomorrow. We're going to build. And we just going to keep doing what we're doing. So we're going to see what comes next, man. Let's hope Boots and Ortiz, the pressure from the zone and his execs puts the, you know, hopefully the pressure they're imposing are, you know, putting on Team Ortiz or this fight in general being put together. Hopefully it results into a fight for 2026, preferably that first quarter, because we'll be all to a bang. You get what I'm saying? So that's a fight. It's a must-see fight, 50-50. They need each other for all the right reasons, as I stated earlier. We want to see it. You know what I mean? And prayers to Anthony Joshua and, you know, the two soldiers that he lost and the two of his close people. Blessings to them, man, and prayers to that situation, man. Hopefully AJ take all the time off he need and, you know, come up with the best decision for himself. Keyshawn Davis, best addition to a card. I think Lil Kia added a different element, different spark that Richardson Hitchens and Jermaine Ortiz wouldn't have added. So he definitely is energy, right? He provides some type of energy. So he's going to be fun to watch for sure. And I think he just added more eyes to the card. Another reason for people to tune in and watch that fight. Don't do bad deals. No, he don't. Vergil blew it. Keyshawn had a bad weekend. Yeah. Technique, yeah, that's true. 2 cents. That hey, Vergil, man. Remember him, man? He was a dog, wasn't he? Shout out to Technique. But yeah, man. So we'll see what's to come out of all this. January 31st is gonna be a highly anticipated card, but we get more Ty and Andy Cruz before that. And they also players at 135, so that's a meaningful card, a meaningful fight card, man. Shout out to Cat Sports. Appreciate you, bro. Shout out to everybody in the building. Like I said, y'all, hit the like button. If you haven't hit the like button, sub to the channel. If you haven't turned the bell icon on, hype the live, share the live. You know how we build over here. So we're going to see what boxing got next for us, man. I did kind of want to cover, and I might think about it later. I did want to cover. I meant to do it sooner. Cover the Wilder interview with Cigar Talk. He said a lot of good things in that one. It was a good sit-down, good interview. If y'all ain't watch it, go check it out. It was a good one. Still might react to it. I'm not sure yet. Matchroom Boxing has some serious talent. Shout out to Barry. Yeah, they do. And I like the fact that they putting pressure on this fight to be made. But listen, man, Happy New Year to you, Mike Kirkland. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the support. Shout out to everybody that continues to rock out with your boy. If I don't come back, definitely want to wish everybody that's still in here a Happy New Year. Enjoy it. Be safe. You know what I mean? Spend some time with the fam. Enjoy yourself. Have some fun. And you know, nothing changed, man. We're going to bring 2026 in, building on boxing, giving it its just due. Hopefully we can bring in some more fighters, some more interviews. We're working on some things, so we're going to get it going. We're just going to keep rocking out and building, y'all. So, again, much appreciation, everybody. I say we need a 25% stream, right? I got to do that one day. The pattern piss the people off. You already know, Jordan. Yeah, man. They still talking about it, bro. They won't let it go. You know me. I might do it one of these days too. You know what I'm saying? I gotta start doing some members only stuff, but we're gonna ramp it up for the new year for sure, y'all. I got y'all. We're gonna keep building, grinding, and growing, man. So again, y'all, much love to everybody. I appreciate all the support. Everybody in the super chat, cash app. Big shout out to the Queen Lisa. She pretty much sponsored the entire stream by herself. Shout out to Mike Kirkland, my brother, Big Keith, Dante, my dog, Big Dog Willie, and a few others, man. Much love to y'all. I appreciate y'all continued support, man. So, shout out to everybody. Like I said, enjoy this New Year Eve and bring the New Year in the right way, man. So with that, man, y'all enjoy the rest of this day. If I don't pop back up for a quick another live, see y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Representing Brick City, Shakur!
Finding those levels, too. Look at that four-punch combination. It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing, a masterclass. And Shakur meeting them with a straight left hand.
Oh, there's a knockdown score with the left hand.
Right now, we're going to give him his just due. Shout out to my brother, Just